You're listening to littlepodcast.com. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 138. I am your host, John Danger Rowe, and I am joined by my co-host, as always,
Adam Ham.
Adam the Hammer.
Yeah.
Can we call you that?
If you want.
You wrestled in high school.
I did.
Was your nickname the Hammer?
No.
Oh. It should have been.
I had a variety of nicknames.
Did you have a move called the Hammer?
There's a hammer lock, which I occasionally used.
You occasionally utilized the hammerlock?
Yeah.
What were some of your high school nicknames?
It's too many to count.
Name your favorites.
Usually it was just Ham or Hammer. Bacon was one of my favorites.
Bacon?
Yeah. That was one.
Wow.
That was the early years.
The early years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hammurabi.
Hammurabi, yep, of course.
A social study teacher once called me Sir Ham, Sir Ham.
Oh, nice. Nice.
The
I
assassin.
call you all of these things.
Yeah.
These people have stolen me. What about the one I called you?
Hammerstein. What?
What about the one I called you?
What one?
Hamzea, the prophet.
Oh, the prophet Hamzea. Yeah, that's. I think that one's all you.
All right. Hamzea, the prophet.
Hamilton.
Oh, there you go.
I kind of like that one.
That's good. All right, well, enough nickname talk. My nicknames in high school were Shithead, Gross Guy. Let me think of some more. Or that's what the girls called me. But anyway, self-deprecating humor. So, how's your week been? Have you done anything exciting?
It's been pretty good. Actually, last night I went out with the family to a concert in the park.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, we saw a band
You were outside for once.
I occasionally go outside.
Sometimes I think about how little I go outside, and it's sad.
Sometimes think about how little I go outside, and it fills me with joy.
Okay. So you're looking forward to our space station future, where we all live in space stations?
Totally. It's not completely true. I do like going outside once in a while. I mean, I like looking at nature, especially
just what?
Landscape nature.
You enjoy looking at nature through a window?
Yeah, I like looking at nature when it's pretty. I don't like going into woods a whole lot or stuff like that.
All right,
actual nature, not
of course
cultivated.
Of course, no, of course.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. It was. We went there around 6:30. It was just kind of cooling off. So it was, maybe 80, but it felt a little bit cooler. And
yeah, it got pretty hot this week.
Yeah. Listen to a band that basically only does covers, of course. They were called the Biscuits and Gravy.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
You could do a lot worse than Biscuits and Gravy.
It's a Midwest name, no doubt. And they had every once in a while they'd have breaks where they would throw out biscuits to the kids. They had a biscuit throw, and
wait.
Kids are people who
wait. They threw actual biscuits.
I never
like
actually
baked biscuits.
I never went out there to try and catch one, so I'm not actually certain if they were biscuits or if they were.
Were they throwing Were they whipping gravy as well?
No, the gravy stayed on stage.
All right. They just have ladles of gravy.
No,
roping.
The biscuits weren't really made for eating anyway. At least as far as I understand, you can turn them into like T-shirts and stuff.
Oh, so they're probably rubber biscuits.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like dog biscuits.
They were joking with the crowd, and they said you can either turn them in for a T-shirt or eat them. But I don't know. I didn't get actually a chance to see the biscuit, so I'm not sure.
Adam, where's your sense of investigative reporting? We need to know. The people want to know. Biscuits and gravy.
This was just a nice evening out with the family. There was no.
What's the deal?
Reporting involved.
You didn't have your press badge, your hat on.
I ate spaghetti.
Okay.
And garlic bread, and had a birthday cupcake because it's my mom's birthday on the 31st. So.
I see.
Yep.
Well, that's exciting.
It was fun. Yeah.
All right. Oh, speaking of the 31st, what is it? Is today June? Is it June?
It's June when we're recording.
Yeah.
It'll
be May when this comes out, yes.
No,
May of next year.
I simply meant it just turned June.
Okay. Well, this episode's going to come out pretty quick, so.
Yeah.
A quicker turnaround on this. Although last week it came out Wednesday because I think I had something going on Monday. I was gone for like 3 days straight, basically all evening, so I had no time to edit. No excuses this time.
Good.
Yep. That's what I say. All right, so Adam, my week consisted of doing nothing, putting out the podcast. I saw a movie, which we can talk about in our next segment. A movie that you saw and had a review of. And what else did I do? So I did my laundry. Now, that's a completely innocuous story, but I went down to the basement of my apartment complex to do my laundry. In the sketchy basement that's gross.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that place.
I do.
Although you didn't do your laundry there ever because you had a moral obligation to doing your laundry ever. But then when you did it, you would do it all at the laundromat because you felt like paying more for laundry.
It was a matter of I didn't like doing like a load at a time. I wanted to do like 3 loads in the wash and 3 loads in the dryer. I didn't want to like wait and go through the cycles.
Yeah, I suppose. And you don't want to be a dick and use up all of the laundry.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So I went down there to do my laundry. I had to do a load. It was like really late. This is when I edited the podcast actually Wednesday night. Really late. And not really late. Maybe like 11 o'clock p.m. But pretty late. Because it takes about an hour and a half to get your laundry done. I was up late that night. But so I go down there, door's shut to the laundry room. The door is not supposed to be shut because according to the fire marshals and the passive aggressive note that they put on the door, this door should be open at all times. So that's a weird situation. I'm like, whatever. Someone shut the door for some stupid reason. And the door automatically shuts itself as well. So the only way to have the door always open is to have a trash can holding it open. Yeah. Which I don't think is the most ideal solution. But, it's my apartment. You know this place.
I do.
They spare, like how Jurassic Park.
They spare all expense.
Mr. Hammond said spares no expense.
Yeah.
This place spares all expense. Yeah. So there's what's going on with that. So I hear a loud buzzing noise coming from inside there.
I don't like where this is going.
A loud buzzing noise. I'm like, boy, that sure sounds like something. And I don't know what that is, but there's someone in there and there's a loud buzzing coming. So I open the door. Of course. I got to do my laundry. This is the laundry.
It's a public space.
I open my door. Or open the door. And inside, on 2 gross-ass metal chairs, are a man and another man. One of the men is administering a tattoo to another man in the laundry room of the basement of my apartment complex.
Oh my god, really?
Is now a tattoo parlor, I suppose.
Oh, that's so sketchy.
Well, the man giving the tattoo was wearing gloves and had a tattoo shirt from some tattoo place in Madison, so I'm assuming he's a tattoo artist by trade, doing a house call. Apparently in the basement, though.
Maybe making some cash on the side, doesn't have his license.
I'm very possible. Very, very possible. But he was using pro. This was the buzzing. Yeah. This is pro. This isn't prison tattoo.
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey. And they were like, hey. I was like, I'm just going to do some laundry. And I walked over, threw it in, started it, left. And I was like, oh, this fucking place. This fucking place.
That's incredible.
Like, seriously, who does this?
I don't know.
Do they not live? Yeah, they must not live in the apartment complex.
I bet one of them does, at least.
No. If you lived there, you would do it in your fucking apartment, wouldn't you?
No. No,
Is
because
it
maybe
messy?
he has like kids or something, and he doesn't like. I don't know. You know,
Why would you do it in the grungy basement? Just not to bother anyone with the buzzing? Maybe
probably.
that's it.
Yeah.
Probably has roommates. Probably lives with like 7 other people in a 2-bedroom, which is why my apartment complex is always full of cars.
Yeah.
Because there's like, you know, all these houses and like, yeah, each one of them has 30 people in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I live in a flop house. What can I say? So yeah, well, apparently I do because people are administering backdoor, backroom tattoos in the basement.
Yeah. You make it sound like that. It's not that bad of a place.
It isn't, but sometimes the people.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes.
Like, what can I say? Like yesterday, there was like and you live in the good neighborhood when you have this going on. But there was some gentlemen in a vehicle. Let's just call it a giant Suburban.
Yeah.
With super tinted windows, rolled down, bass blaring, just kind of driving around with the chains on the shirts and stuff, and they stopped and someone walked up and talked to them in the car window and left. I mean, probably a drug deal, I'm assuming, just occurred, but that's my apartment complex. There's children 20 feet away in the playground over here, but it's a good place.
Sure.
Good people. One of my neighbors has a dog.
Really?
It barks sometimes. It's pretty quiet, but sometimes it barks. Maybe I'll hear it once a week.
I thought it was only cats in those apartments.
Yeah, it is. But they have a dog. Because that's what you do.
Okay.
When, you're not supposed to have a dog, you have a dog. And I haven't ratted them out because I'm not that big of a dick.
Yeah.
The dog's not loud. Like, if the dog was loud, I would rat him out. But the dog... Like today, it barked, and I was like, "Oh yeah, they have a dog." I can't remember the last time it barked because it just like yip every once in a while.
Yeah.
And like maybe once a week,
That's
at the
not
most.
so bad.
No, you barely notice it. It's pretty quiet. But I saw the person walking it. It's one of those tiny yappy dogs, and it's like a fucking 13-year-old girl walking it. Walks up to like the handicap parking sign. The dog stops, takes a dump, and then they walk away. And it's like they're not even cleaning up the poop. Just leaving it out in the middle of the fucking yard.
Yeah.
That's not
cool.
And that was like, I gotta rat these people out. They're just lording it now. I don't know. I think that the way I would go about it, and I wouldn't, because unless it becomes a nuisance, I'm not gonna do it. Because I don't want to be a dick. But if they're gonna be a dick and have it shit everywhere and not clean it up, then it's their own fault. But I'm just walk up to the office and be like, hey, so can we get dogs now? So there's dogs in the apartment next door, and I was just wondering if we're allowed to have dogs now. That's how you bring it up. And they'd be like, what? Well, look into that. And I don't know what they'll do.
I don't know if they might allow small dogs. I can't remember.
No. They were very specific.
Really?
We asked.
Oh, okay.
And they said there's only certain buildings you can have dogs in.
Yeah. Yours is
because
one of them.
No, ours isn't one of them. If it was, we'd probably have a dog. But no. It's... I figured they would tell us, too. Like, pet-friendly building.
Maybe.
I'm assuming that they don't because, well... So I don't know what they'll do. Probably get mad at those people and fine them. And they could actually terminate their lease, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Because... But I don't want to get rid of them, though, because they're not terrible neighbors.
Yeah.
Not like the last ones.
Yeah.
The ones that were probably, dealing drugs.
I remember.
Whenever you see an apartment where people are constantly coming in and out and you don't recognize the same people every time and they're all like early 20s, you can only assume one thing is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's not like they were that bad. They played loud music sometimes. You remember that?
I do.
Or just be like tss, 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 through the walls and you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, come on. But yeah, none of these dog people live there. I think it's a family. I don't know. I can't believe how many fucking families live in my goddamn apartment complex. It's incredible. Like, big families. Not like we're not talking like the couple that has a kid. We're talking about a couple that has 3 children living in a fucking 2-bedroom. Why?
Money.
Why? Like, because there's like an Indian couple that lives upstairs.
Yeah.
and they have one kid.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it. That's fine. You got one child. When you have 3 or 4 kids, it's kind of like, why are you living in an apartment complex?
Yeah.
Why do you not have a house?
Costs money, man.
I can understand one child. Yeah, but children cost more than a house does.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why you can't afford a house, because you have to pay for all the fucking kids.
Well, yeah, I can understand one, but when you get to 3, it's like, you're buying 3 houses? No. You just fucking fucking put a condom on.
Not
That's
everybody.
all I gotta
well,
say.
yeah. That's a whole different issue.
Buy birth control.
Yeah.
Not hard. Anyway, I mean, I think that pregnancy was cured effectively in the 60s. So.
Right.
Anyway, that's my talk. There's just, you want a tattoo? Come on down to Springtree Apartments basements that are locked. Get in there.
Yep.
There's a guy named Jose giving out tattoos.
Cool.
All right. That's
think
it.
about that next time I'm there.
Yeah, there you go.
Get some tats.
Yeah, get some tats.
Yeah.
Pump some iron. We can get some weights down there. Can make it like a real prison yard in the basement.
There's a lot of space down there.
It's fucking huge. This
It is
basement.
huge.
And
It's in fact it's so big. I almost wonder why they don't have more stuff down there. Like they could almost fit like apartments down there.
yeah.
Like
There's
really.
there's no plumbing or anything, and
Well,
they fucking, the walls are constantly leaking water from outside.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, this place is a shithole.
The basement does look pretty shitty.
Yeah, I will
The
take
apartments aren't shitty though.
I'm gonna take a
Not
picture
really.
of the basement and put it on the episode description of this, and people can just decide. I'll do a walking tour of my basement.
All I'll say is my opinion of basements have changed since I have my creepy murder basement now. So,
But you're the only one there, so it's not that creepy.
so you're worried about people in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, okay. Here's another example. I went down to the basement to do my laundry once, and it's always, every time I do my laundry, I pray that I see no other soul, because I don't want to be seen, and I don't want to see the types of people that are in the basement, because it's never good.
Good luck.
But so I'm coming back up, and I hear like the door handle to get down to the basement, like making a lot of noise, right?
Yeah.
And I open the door, and there's this gentleman who certainly does not look like anyone I've ever seen in the apartment complex before. And he was messing with the lock, I'm assuming attempting to unlock the door without using a key by jamming something into the door jamb and pulling the door open. And he walked by me into the basement. My assumption and guess is that he is a homeless person who was sleeping in the basement.
Yeah.
Because it was winter.
Yeah.
It was cold outside.
Yeah.
You know, that's good. That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I have homeless people below me. I love that when there's children in the basement, you can hear them screaming through the vents in the floor.
Oh yeah.
Because it just vents straight out of the basement. Even though I asked them, because last year I had some sort of skin rash. There was a bunch of spots. I looked it up, but apparently it's something that just happens. But I thought it had been insect bites because I had seen a mosquito in the apartment.
Yeah.
So I was worried that the apartment was just swarming with mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Because the basement was flooded. And, standing water breeds mosquitoes.
Right, right.
And I just assumed they were coming up through the vents. And they're like, no. Your vents don't connect to the basement. And I was like, really? Because I hear yelling from the basement all the time. And when you do your Zumba class down there, I hear the Zumba loud as day. So I can only assume there's a way to get upstairs from the basement, air circulation-wise. Anyway, that's my apartment. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, re-sign. It's cheap as fuck. I can't really argue.
I know, it's great.
I mean, we got a 2-bedroom here, probably 1,000 square feet.
Yeah, it's big.
I think I'm paying.
They're big apartments.
I think I'm paying. If I re-sign, maybe $860. I think they're raising rent about $15.
Mm.
Well, they always do that every year.
Seems
That's
like
how,
it.
that's how they do. That's how they get you. But that's still pretty goddamn cheap for how big it is.
Yeah.
So
That's the one nice thing about my landlord, like just renting this house, is that he's just an old guy, and he's like 750, and he's there's never any like.
Of course not.
He doesn't raise the rent. He just,
No, he knows you're good for paying it every month, and
exactly.
he isn't trying to be competitive and pricing. He's just like,
Right.
whatever. You want to live here again?
Mm-hmm.
Keep the same deal. It's not like he's probably got the house paid off and everything. He's just
absolutely.
He's just
I know he
making
does.
$750 a month, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Probably maybe $650, probably maybe $100 a month in work.
And he's been great. Like when my water heater busted, like within a day or two, it was completely replaced with a whole new one. It was fixed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seems faster than my place.
I guarantee you. I mean, absolutely. I have no problem. I love it.
Springtree Apartments, Middleton, Wisconsin. The place to be if you want a really cheap place to stay surrounded by yelling children and drug deals.
Yeah.
Free tattoos in the basement. I bet it'd be free if I threatened to rat them out. And then they'd stab me
I was
and
going to
I'd
say,
die.
it'd either be free or you'd be dead.
This is like a murder apartment now. I don't know what they've been doing. Like the people they've been allowing to live here, I tell you. That's not true. That's a complete lie. Not
I was going to say, that's...
The people they've been allowing to live here, fine. The people
They almost didn't let me and Lance live there.
Well, that's because Lance picked a fight with the old property manager
That's true,
multiple occasions.
Yeah. Oh, she's gone now, right?
Yeah, she's gone. But we're Facebook friends. But
no way.
Yeah, she friended me on Facebook.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah. But I don't know why, but she did.
That would be weird.
I think it's because I liked the Facebook page of the apartment complex, and so then she just liked me back. I don't know if it's to spy on me or something. Probably it was. Knowing the place.
Throwing a raging kegger tonight at the apartment.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy though. Yeah, the management seems a little bit better now that she left. I guess maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
There was that one dude who was great.
Chad.
Yeah. He was always
we'll
nice
call
and
him.
awesome. Yeah.
He's great. Excellent. The people are great that run the office. They're awesome, but it's just it seems like they don't give a shit about anything but your money.
Well, that's kind of their...
Well, I understand, but also, come on. Like, we're people. If my toilet explodes, I want someone to come at midnight to fix it. I don't want to wait until the morning. Listen to the episode of the toilet explosion. Episode 70, whatever, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a raw deal. I think it was before that. I'm pretty sure that was in the...
early episodes?
40s even, yeah.
The early days?
It was.
I think it's called A Nighttime Gurgling.
It is.
The episode.
It's called A Nighttime Gurgling.
Yeah.
Maybe in the 30s. Because I left around 50 or 55.
Yeah, you left us.
Temporarily.
You left us in the lurch. Chasing the dreams of Bloomington.
I wouldn't go that far.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's my life. So I'll probably be here another year.
Awesome.
We'll see. I don't know. They sent us the thing, and then I never responded. And it's already June, so I don't know if they're gonna.
They might just like you better be careful about that, because I was in my apartment at some other place and I didn't sit in the back and like. Well,
you were downtown though.
Yeah, I was, but
they fight pretty hard to get you to come back here. The last couple of years, they've actually sent leases for us to sign.
Yeah.
This year they didn't, and I'm assuming that they would want us back since we've always paid our bills on time. Yeah. And they just sent the one notice, so I'm just assuming they're going to re-sign. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably talk to him next week.
Because I almost got boned that one time. I was.
I mean, if I have
off my apartment, like right.
Well, I mean, if I had to move and find another place, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
I guess.
I hate moving, but I hold no special love for this place. So you know.
You might when you see what else is available.
Nah, that'd be better. I don't care if I have to pay a little more.
Oh, okay. So you could probably find nicer places, but you probably wouldn't find them for.
Nah, not this cheap. But then again, they're raising the rent again, and
those other places have been raising the rent too.
I guess
you'll probably be paying like $1,000.
I mean, that's not bad. Split 2 ways.
I was gonna say it's not that bad if you split it 2 ways. Like I don't have anybody to split with, so.
Yeah, you're fucked.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I have to watch my rent for sure.
Definitely. Well, that's my apartment. I really gotta talk to them, I guess. I'll talk to them, I guess, Wednesday or some shit. whatever. I mean, if they want to, I don't think they'd rent out my place. I mean, if they would, whatever. If they want to not have me here anymore, even though we've been model apartment dwellers, feel free to kick us out. But whatever. If they want more people that are giving tattoos in the basement and having dogs when they shouldn't, they can get those people to come. Have us good people leave. The grilled.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Got out the kettle grilled a whole bunch of food. Yeah, I made barbecue chicken thighs. We did not hot dogs, but hot hamburgers.
Yeah.
I suppose is the only way you eat them. But hamburgers, and I made some chicken sausage. It was pretty good. Some foil pack veggies. It's delicious.
I had a grilled steak not long ago. Last weekend, the family was kind of camping, or Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. I couldn't really go because I was working, but I did stop by there one night and hung around the campfire and had some s'mores, and I had a grilled steak and baked potato over the campfire. It was really
nice.
Good. It was.
Awesome. All right, well, we can talk about what you've been watching.
Yeah, pretty much all my TV shows have ended.
Okay.
But I did watch... actually, I watched a ton of stuff today on YouTube.
Okay. Like what?
I got sucked down a YouTube hole of...
Okay. Of, what's his name? The LA Beast?
No.
Watching him eat jalapeno peppers and dying?
No.
That's always fun.
I saw a couple episodes of that a while ago. I don't know. I don't like watching that stuff. I don't like watching people torture themselves.
I love it.
I watched the video of him eating a cactus and I about died
watching it. Oh, man. That's the worst one. By far.
That's so...
Yep.
Stupid. That's just stupid.
And it's not like eating a delicious, like, cut prickly pear cactus. It is taking a cactus in a little fucking, like, I don't know, like soil jar thing, and then just biting off chunks.
Yeah.
Spikes and all.
Yep.
It was gross.
It was gross.
But awesome. And he did it. He ate 2 cactuses.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's horrible. But yeah.
That's a man's man right there.
No, that's just an idiot.
A man's man.
That is. But I got sucked into a hole watching Singularity videos, like Ray Kurzweil talking to different different events and stuff.
What are you doing with your life? I am watching videos of a guy eating a 5-pound bag of gummy bears. And Adam's like, let's watch these discussions of philosophical.
I do that. I watch debates too sometimes.
Oh my God.
Because
you're the worst person.
How I roll. The worst? What? Because
that sounds boring as hell.
I find it interesting.
You're the only one.
That's why
You'll look at the video and there'll be like 2 views. One from you and one from the guy that posted it.
That's not true. And by the way, watching Christopher Hitchens debate anybody is amazing because he is ridiculous.
Isn't he dead?
He is now, yeah.
Oh.
He died on my birthday.
He died of being a jerk?
No. He wasn't a jerk. Well,
yeah,
he was kind of a jerk. He was kind of a jerk.
He was kind of a huge asshole.
But he was an asshole in a good way.
Not always.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure he was very misogynistic, if I remember.
No. Are you kidding me? He's the exact opposite of misogynistic.
Maybe I'm thinking of some other guy.
You probably are.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hitchens. It must not have been you. Adam, I know, is the expert because he watched all of your videos all the time.
Yeah, I did because he's awesome.
Smoking and drinking, that's what did him in.
Yeah, I did. It totally did.
What cancer did he have?
Esophageal.
I'll do it.
It's funny because after he got it, he said that some Christians had written him saying that it was fitting because that was the body part that he used to blaspheme and that it had been smitten with cancer. He's like, well, yeah, that and drinking for 40 years and smoking for 40 years. That'll do it too. I think he did quit smoking a few years before that, but
too late.
A little too late.
Well, how old was he?
Not that old. He was, I think, 56 or something.
62.
No, 62. Yeah, I was gonna say he's a little bit older than that. But not super old,
Oh yeah, I see.
He wasn't diagnosed until he had like stage 3 or 4, so he was pretty much done for.
I see. He was
he's
very anti-Christian.
Yeah, he called himself an anti-theist, not just an atheist.
Ah, that's very cool of him.
Yeah,
I suppose.
totally.
It turns out, on his deathbed, he turned to Scientology.
It's funny because people ask him questions like that too.
Xenu saved me.
He said very clearly, is like, I've been diagnosed, and he said, I don't feel that at any time right now. And he said, I just hope that you know that if that does happen, it will not be me at that point. He's like, cancer's got in my brain or something's happened. He's like, if that happens, just know that that's not me. So, but I don't know. He's a extremely cool and brave guy. But I didn't even watch any of his videos recently. I watched Ray Kurzweil, the futurist, now working at Google on their crazy big data thing. But yeah, I just got sucked into that because he's the one talking about like the rate of technology.
Do you know what Hitchens' last words were?
I do not.
Capitalism, downfall.
I kind of doubt that, but
that's what Andrew Sullivan, who apparently was there, said he said.
That's funny.
Why is that?
Huh?
Wasn't he socialist?
He had socialist leanings, but
there you go.
He was pretty...
Why is it that weird?
He wasn't really a socialist, though, because he was somewhere in the middle between socialism and capitalism. Oh. I mean, he was more of like a... I don't know. He had weird positions. I'll say that. He was pretty much a social liberal, but he was also like he supported the Iraq War for one thing. So he had different kind of eclectic political leanings.
I see. Well, I can I guess I can't understand the Iraq War. That's pretty ridiculous.
I don't know.
I can't understand how anyone could be pro that.
Well, I will say his support of it is not for lack of knowledge, because he was very politically. He's a political journalist and has been in the area and reported on the area and talked to people in the area. And I mean, it's not from a lack of knowledge that he would support it. So
I guess. I mean, we can all agree that Saddam Hussein was kind of a douchebag, but the way that the war occurred was a little disingenuous, to say the least. Anyway, you were also... Let's get off the Hitchens train and onto the futurist train. So what's the future hold, Adam?
Awesomeness, basically.
Okay. Name it. Give me one takeaway, one thing you learned from all of this YouTube hole.
We will most likely have the hardware and software technology to simulate the human brain in its entirety by around 2029.
That's not far off.
I know.
15 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then after that, things get really crazy.
Yeah, I guarantee it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know. Me either.
I'm signing up for my robo-girlfriend now.
In the next 30 years...
Gotta have two. One is not enough.
Since technology moves exponentially, there have been, in cost of computing per dollar, increases that add up to, in 30 steps of years, over 1 billion times growth. Meaning that your smartphone now is 100 thousands of times smaller than the computers 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And millions of times more powerful. And the same thing will happen in the next 30 years. Of course. Computers the size of red blood cells that are millions of times more powerful than your smartphone.
Exciting.
Which is an incredible thought.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be...
Yep.
Yeah, they got
people talk about Moore's Law.
They got some hurdles to go over to get to that size, but...
People talk about Moore's Law also causing problems, but he's also been talking, I guess, with people at Intel who said that
Moore's Law, can you elucidate? For those who are...
That every 18 months, the size of resistors, or transistors, sorry, halves, I think, and the cost
doubles?
halves, and the power doubles.
Ah. All right.
Because the more they can fit on a chip, the more powerful it is.
Yeah.
So a halving of the size is like doubling of the power and energy consumption, all that stuff. People don't worry because things only get so small. And
that's
so
all over my head.
Whatever, yeah. But he's talking about a whole nother...
Quantum computing.
Type of... Not quantum. Different type of computing, though, that Intel's working on already, and they said it'll be ready probably in the late teens, which is this decade. Or maybe he means teens of years.
Do you give any hints?
It's three-dimensional chips that work on, like, different kinds of arrangements in... So it's not just, like, two-dimensional layouts of transistors.
Yeah,
three-dimensional. And they also change alignments, I guess, depending on... Anyways, it's crazy shit, but
it's not quantum computing.
Quantum computing isn't even... It's not, like, the same type of computing. It's
no,
not used for the same type of problems.
That's where you get tiny.
No, it's not even... Well...
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
It's pretty small.
It is pretty small, but... Putting quantum computers with regular computing is not very useful because they're meant to solve completely different problems. Like, it's not the same kind of... You wouldn't want a quantum computer.
I want a quantum iPhone.
You wouldn't want one.
Why not?
It would be slower.
Why?
Because of the different kinds of states that quantum things can be in. They can try multiple different solutions simultaneously, but for continuous different, like, processing, like clock cycles, they're not nearly as fast.
Jesus. Yeah, but you could have infinitely more...
They're good at solving lots of great
things because you have such small space.
It's not the way it works.
You can fit so many in an iPhone.
The power required in the
you get like 8 trillion quantums in that iPhone.
8 trill what?
Oh, I'm sorry, you disconnected there for a second because you moved.
Because
your fucking computer setup is a piece of shit.
I don't think that's the case.
All right. Anyway, no, I'm saying you could fit 8 billion of those quantum doohickeys in your iPod.
They have a quantum computer right now. Have you seen how big it is?
Yeah, it's tiny, right?
No, it's fucking enormous because they have to.
Well, they gotta build down to it.
Quantum computers have to be kept at like not very
super cold,
much above absolute zero. Yeah,
that's right. I'll just keep my iPhone in the freezer when I'm not using it.
Don't think that's the way it would work.
Oh, come on. It would be pretty cool. You know, just feel like a little refrigerator you carry around with you. You keep your phone in, pull it out, and be like, what's up?
I think you'd lose a lot of the convenience of
I don't know. It sounds pretty convenient. What if you're in Alaska? What if you're in Antarctica? Then you could just have it out.
Antarctica is not a little above absolute zero. It's still pretty high.
It's pretty cold, Adam.
Compared to here, but not compared to absolute
zero. You can do
that
trick where you throw the boiling water in the air and it turns into water vapor.
Yeah.
You seen that?
I have.
And then it turns into snow, I think, is what happens.
Yeah, it turns into like ice or snow.
Yeah. Like I guess the boiling water doesn't turn into vapor, but because it's vaporous and close to vapor state, it turns to snow really quickly.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's because the water's so excited that it's ready to burst into snow. It's pretty fun, though. I forget what that reaction is. It's something about, even though it's moving from water to solid, but because it's so close to that excited state that it is able to go back quickly as well as forward, I guess.
In the opposite direction, it's called sublimation. I don't know if it's the same thing backwards or not, but it's like when ice goes directly into vapor.
No, I think there's some sort of reasoning that the fact that the water is about to turn into vapor or is actively turning into vapor, it's able to move back to ice quickly as well as move into air. I don't know, something like that. It has to do with the fact that its state change works both ways.
Yeah.
So if it was... I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how that works. It's science. It's chemistry. I'm a chemist, but I don't know that.
It's actually probably more physics.
Yeah, it's true. One of those... What's his name? Thomas's law. What was it? Boyle's law? Boyle's law. Right?
Boyle's law deals with pressure and...
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
No, it has...
David Bowie can sing about that.
To do with that.
He knows. 100%.
That I think that also has to do with mostly closed systems.
Yeah. It's like when you put a can of soda in the fridge because you want it to get cold, and then you come back and you're like, fucking Boyle's Law.
Sure.
Yeah.
That actually would be an application of Boyle's Law.
I win. I win science.
Also, I think airplanes is Boyle's Law too.
Sure. What about the Bernoulli principle?
Oh, maybe that's Bernoulli.
That's definitely
No.
Bernoulli.
Yeah, that's Bernoulli. I think.
That's right. That a crafty Italian figured out how to fly.
Maybe Bernoulli was last famous for the other one too.
I don't fucking know. Let's stop talking about it and move
I guess,
on.
yeah, sure. But yeah, future is going to be cool.
All right, Adam's
Oh,
ready.
also, he talked about virtual reality, but not like, visors and haptic shit.
Oculus Rift.
Not like that. Cooler than that.
We can talk about that in our
Where you have
section.
Brain chips, and they actually, instead of what they'll do is like switch off your senses of your body and just feed like different inputs.
That sounds good.
Doesn't it? That sounds awesome.
Does not sound good.
What are you talking about?
The
Why?
robots are going to turn our senses off and put us in the goddamn Matrix. You're literally talking about the Matrix.
It'd be a fun Matrix.
It's literally exactly the Matrix.
No, it wouldn't be permanent. It would be like
Oh,
self-control.
yeah, at first it wouldn't be, but then those fucking computers that can think like humans are like, you know what? We could just put all the humans in giant battery tubes and use them to power our computing and just throw them in some sort of bullshit reality they think is real. That's what's going to happen.
There are way better ways to get power than human batteries.
I guess, but we're a renewable resource.
So's the sun.
Yeah, but the sun's unpredictable. You need a little human juice.
You don't need a little human juice.
A little human juice. You know what's awesome? So wait. So I just want to talk about the solar power. So in Death Valley and like big areas like that, and I think a couple places in Italy, they have solar towers that are different. They're reflecting towers actually. So there's giant mirrors on the ground that reflect light into like a big tall thing that's collects and boils water to generate power. Those things are amazing because they're fucking scary as shit. Because those at the point where that is going, it is like it can like melt aluminum.
Yeah.
And so the interesting thing I didn't think about until now, but birds. Yep. Birds fly in that beam sometimes, and you got a cooked bird pretty quickly.
I bet.
That is insane. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that until, like, recently where I was like, oh, my God, yeah, a bird would just fly right through that beam of light and be incinerated, which is kind of awesome. Also terrifying.
One of my stories actually revolves around solar power.
I know it does. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Well, will we get to it?
I don't know.
We got a lot to talk about.
We do. We have tons to talk
All right,
about.
let's move on. Movies. I also saw.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with you.
All right.
I've been talking for a while about whatever.
X-Men.
Yeah.
I saw the Days of the Future Past.
Did you?
Your review was harsh.
I didn't mean to because I gave it a 4 out of 5, and I realized
it's not harsh. But we don't really give 0.5s. So it's either a 5 or a 4. And 4 is a good review. That's fair.
Well, I mean, it's better than average. It's good, yeah.
You enjoyed it. I loved it.
Totally
I loved it. I loved that movie.
I didn't love it 5 level, but I did love it.
God, that movie had a lot of... The ending was surprisingly a lot more emotional than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
My emotions towards the other X-Men and Jean Grey were a lot deeper than I thought they were. And watching that, I was like, oh my God.
I know what you mean.
Oh my God, she's not dead now.
Crazy.
These are spoilers.
Yeah. We should say that now that he's seen it, we're adding spoilers into the mix.
That may or may not happen if you were just spoiled. Oh shit, did you stay after the credits and watch the thing?
I totally did.
What the hell was that?
I had somebody else. It's funny because I had somebody else in the audience say that too.
Can you explain it?
I can.
Oh, thank God. Because I watched and I was like, and Lauren was watching with me. My girlfriend was like, so I guess the X-Men made the pyramids. is the answer. So no, what happened?
I can't remember his exact name, but
it's a character.
He is the first mutant.
There's a lady. It's a lady.
No, it's not.
It's a lady boy.
No,
It looked like a girl to me, so...
It is a male.
All right.
With gray skin and, like,
effeminate,
red eyes.
An effeminate man.
Effeminate man. I think his name's, like, Ibn al-Sur or something like that.
Oh, is it the guy from Stargate?
Um,
Please tell me it's the guy from Stargate.
Pretty close,
The creepy Egypt child.
It's pretty close. He is the first mutant.
Can we talk... One second. Can we talk about Stargate? Okay. That movie's
coming back,
fucking awesome.
I heard it's being remade.
I love that movie.
I do too.
Gotta have Kurt Russell in it, though, if they're gonna remake it.
I saw that it was being remade, and I thought, I hadn't seen the first one in a long time, and I really want to re-see it now.
All right, first mutant, though. So that's what this is?
Yes. He was building the pyramids with telekinetic powers.
Yeah.
And he becomes Apocalypse.
Oh.
Because their next movie is Age of Apocalypse, and Apocalypse is a mutant. He is a mutant, the first mutant, who is like thousands of years old.
All right.
At the point when the 80s movie was going to take place. And if you saw, they panned around, there were like 4 horsemen on the ridge.
Yep, 4 horsemen.
Those are his 4 horsemen.
Of the Apocalypse. Of course. Yeah. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Good, cool.
It is. And I'm not sure. I know Gambit's going to be in Age of Apocalypse.
All right.
Channing Tatum's going to play him.
I'm going to throw some cards.
Channing Tatum's going to play him, which I think is kind of interesting. And
I'm going to throw a sandwich.
Some storylines have him as one of the 4 horsemen. So
I see.
I actually wonder if he might be a bad guy.
You could throw some change, too, if he doesn't have any cards.
Hey, Gambit, sandwich me.
Oh, fuck. If you haven't seen those Pete Holmes X-Men, the Gambit one.
He got canceled.
What?
He got canceled.
Pete Holmes show?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
I like that.
I did too.
He just put out a new one for the X-Men movie, too.
With Magneto.
I know.
It's great.
Yeah. It was kind of the ending, though, because he was making fun of Professor X as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Oh, I can't believe it. Too bad.
I know.
I like the guy a lot. I think it's because they can't sustain 2 talk shows, because I don't think Conan's ratings are that good either, so...
Yeah.
It's kind of like, we can't really have 2 when... I mean, we love you, Pete Holmes. And
I'm sure they give Conan like a million-year contract.
Yeah.
To get him.
Pete Holmes is fine, though. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. He does stand-up all the time, and he's great at it.
Hilarious.
I'm not worried for him. He'll probably have a sketch show, actually. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, holy shit.
That would be amazing.
I'd watch it.
Me too.
But X-Men was good. I liked it. I think I would give it on ours. I would give it a 5 out of 5. Because I guess I had been kind of anti-X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of did a really good job with it. Like
they did.
With the new era X-Men and stuff, and they added some new X-Men I'd never seen before. Was it Blink?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Cool.
That was
I know.
I'd never seen that power before, and I think she's I feel like I think that's a newer X-Men.
No, she was in... I had the PS2 game, X-Men Legends 2 or whatever. She's basically like your level giver in that. Like, she's your like town portal person.
Okay.
You go to each level by going through one of her portals.
All right, cool. Well, she's awesome. And
she is, yeah.
They had, what was his name? Colossus?
Yep.
They had some cool shit. I liked seeing, like, in the 60s, they had a couple... They had Toad, I saw.
Yeah.
Young Toad. I liked it. It was fun.
I did, too. I thought it was fun, too.
I would... some nitpicks, of course.
Yeah.
The stuff with Professor X was a little, like, contrived, I felt. Like him being able to walk and a junkie.
Yeah. That was another... I kind of meant to mention that, too, in part of my, like, sci-fi world's, like, making sense.
I was like, why did they do
medicine,
that? I know.
What medicine both subdues your X gene and gives you the ability to walk again with a fucking messed up spine?
Well, it's like okay, so like the neurons, your like fucking spino-neuro section works now, but your brain, part of your part of your system, your nervous system works worse now, I guess.
Plus his injury was physical.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a fucking bullet to the spine.
I know. What does this potion do that, like...
I think it's just because they didn't want to have McAvoy in a wheelchair the whole time. They had to explain it away.
I don't know. That never really made sense to me either.
Yeah, it's kind of like when superheroes lose their powers in movies. It's kind of lame. Because you're like, the whole reason I'm watching it is because I like them. And they.
I actually thought it'd be better if they just had him still in a wheelchair and he was just fucking straight out using drugs.
Oh yeah.
They kinda like,
I know. How cool would that have been if he was like actually doing heroin?
Yeah, exactly. Because they kind of imply that he's kind of like a junkie.
They should have done that actually.
They should have just made him like
doing heroin.
Have a heroin. Yeah, I know.
And then they could have been like, he's in a bad way. When he's on heroin, he can't use his powers. So
I bet that's a PG-13 thing. I bet drug use would have pushed to R or something.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
I hate that stuff. Ugh.
But also,
I did like the birth
was
of the Sentinels too. That was actually pretty cool.
It was cool.
The way that Magneto kind of hijacked him.
Now, that's where I had problems with, like,
what?
How is that a fucking Magneto power? He reprogrammed them or what?
Yeah,
like, what the
put
fuck?
metal in them. You know,
That doesn't reprogram. He like has them like go off and like kill humans.
Well, first
instead.
off, how can they be computers without any metal in them?
That's true too.
So that's a question.
Yeah,
I think the basic fundamentals of computers in the 70s was all metal.
Yeah, maybe it's all fiber optic.
Fucking tape decks.
Yeah,
I don't fucking.
And also, they have 70s technology. But then, like, Sentinels are way beyond 70s.
Yeah.
We couldn't make Sentinels now.
No.
And it wouldn't have been so bad if they'd kind of been like, well, there's other examples of this technology, out there. But
they said
there's not.
They said they're like a Harrier jet. We're like, okay, which was brand new and and didn't work very well.
But like the kind of programming that would be required to genetically fucking sense genetics on somebody and scan them.
The Sentinels can't do that in the movie.
They can tell the difference between humans and mutants.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, shit.
Like how the fuck does that work in the 70s? We can't do that now.
That's true.
Like what? That's ridiculous. I don't know.
They could have ginned something up. I guess it's like that's like, hey, Trask, if you want to save the world and you have this technology, why don't you use it for good things, not murder robots?
Yeah. Well, I saw the Sentinels in the trailers, and I thought, I saw the older ones, and I thought, well, that'll be maybe and they're in the future, and it's a flashback to the 90s or the 2000s when they.
I think you could have pushed it with the 80s, like the mid 80s.
Okay.
You could have pushed it, but not the 70s, not 72.
And I said there was some time travel stuff that kind of didn't make sense to me, but I was okay with hand waving it away, which I am. But
that's true. Time travel is so theoretical and bullshit anyway. What can you do?
But the whole thing is in the universe that they changed, the old timeline.
Yeah.
Which is where the original X movies take place.
Yeah.
It's all because of Mystique, and she gets killed in the 70s.
Yeah.
But she's totally in the first 3 X-Men movies, where she should have been dead in that timeline.
Wait, what? She doesn't die.
Yeah, she does.
Where does she die?
That's how they created the Sentinel program. She's captured when she tries to kill Trask.
Yeah.
She's captured, researched, and killed.
Oh.
So she should have been dead in the 70s. She should have
been dead in the movies. No, but the movies take place in the timeline.
No, but that's when they get killed, so that's the old timeline.
I know.
It's complete, fucking huge plot hole.
But does she get captured, though? I don't think she does.
She does in the old timeline. That's how they make the Sentinels. They can change.
I thought they just got tissue samples from her.
No, they said she was captured, tortured, give up information, and they analyzed her and killed her, like all the other mutants, like fucking the other Angel,
Azazel.
And Azazel.
I have a question. Is that Angel supposed to replace the Angel from X-Men?
No. Her actual real name is Angel Salvador, and her mutant name was Tempest or something.
Oh.
Or no, maybe it's not Tempest. I don't know. It's something. I can't remember.
Where's Banshee in all of this? Is my question.
He's dead.
He's dead?
They said that too.
Oh.
When he's arguing with Charles on the plane, Magneto's Azazel, Tempest, Banshee, all fucking dead while you were...
say Banshee.
He did.
Well, that sucks.
But he had a kid, though, apparently.
Yeah.
Because Siren is in the first one. But
I really actually enjoyed what's his name? The fast runner guy? What's his
Quicksilver.
He's fucking awesome.
He is
that
awesome.
That scene was amazing.
It was.
The Pentagon prison breakout scene with him And the slow motion sequence were fucking spectacular.
And the hilarious part about that too is he's breaking out his dad without even knowing it.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's great too.
They allude to it a bunch. It's like, oh, my mom knew a guy named Magneto. Whatever.
Well, yeah, my mom knew a guy who used controlled metal.
Yeah, or something like that. I like how nobody is like, what?
Well, Fassbender, he does kind of like pause for a second. And he's like, and then just kind of moves on.
And it's like, oh.
That's great.
Well, he begat his son an amazingly awesome power.
Yeah.
Because Quicksilver's got an amazing power. And that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And it was really well done. And I don't know. That was really fun. Add a little.
It was.
And that's the thing that some movies can't do is add a little bit of lightheartedness to the movie.
Yeah.
Because a movie can't be 2 hours of a slog. You need to have some moments, you know? Unless you're going for, you know, a dramatic movie. When you go for an action movie, it can't all be like serious, which is what Ender's Game had a problem of, as well as that Airbender movie.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's where's the humor? You need to have a little something to break up the tension, or else everyone just gets real. It's hard to get involved with action, you know, because it just feels too serious.
And also, like, the source material has so much humor in it too.
Oh yeah,
for the Avatar movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ridiculous.
Not Ender's Game as much, but what can you do? They could have figured it out. No, there's a little bit, but
yeah, I don't know. It was some of that weirdness that kind of made me give it 4 stars instead of 5. Stuff that just kind of like
I can see it.
Caught me wrong, but
Rotten Tomatoes, you would have been a plus though, you know. So,
I would have, yeah.
So
it's
a positive review for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably would have given it a 5 just because it was exactly what I was looking for in a movie. It was well paced. Wolverine was amazing in all of it, and it was I was like, my God, he's so good.
And I was so glad that they paid back the moment from First Class and he tells him to fuck off.
Yeah. That was really fun.
Tell.
And
it was. Yeah.
And I liked the Stryker part too at the end when he's like, I got this. And you're like, oh, that's how they're doing it because it's the new timeline.
Well, that was Mystique though.
Oh, I know. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Well, that was just fun. It was a nice twist at the end, or it was like, oh, Mystique, you're right. Yeah, because the Stryker guy was not there. But that's like his dad, I guess, the one that does it to him, or something like that.
Oh, that's Stryker.
It was
this
him.
Was in the past.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, the timeline. Duh. Yeah. But yeah, oh man, and they tied in all of the X-Men lore too. That was crazy. They pulled pretty much every piece of fiction from all of the previous movies made an appearance at some point.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the newest Wolverine movie. I don't know if any of that was mentioned.
It was kind of because they had like he had like a samurai sword in his like 70s in the past or stuff like that. Yeah, like he had a couple things.
I liked the bone claws too, actually.
Yeah.
That was cool because I remember that happened. I was like, oh yeah, this is before all of that.
He walks through the metal detector and was like,
yeah, that was a fun touch. Right. Movie was great. It was really full of it, and my girlfriend who knew nothing about X-Men loved the movie. So it had a pretty wide appeal, and she was like, I got to watch these X-Men movies. And I was like, well, the thing about that is she saw X-Men Origins Wolverine and X-Men's First Class. So
First Class was good.
1, 2, and 3 have their moments. They're worth watching.
Yeah.
There's parts.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Enough men.
Yeah.
Let's move on. We got a time to keep a schedule, a sketch. Yep. What else did you watch? You saw another movie.
I did. I just got back from seeing A Million Ways to Die in the West.
I did not hear about this movie until like a day ago.
I had seen.
I had no clue what this was until a day ago. And I was like, oh my God, it's Seth MacFarlane's second movie.
Yeah.
Wow, nobody told me. I had not seen any trailers, so that was a surprise.
I occasionally go to trailer sites, and I think I saw it on Hulu or.
I saw the trailer on trailer site, but I had no clue what the movie was. So I was like, I don't know. But it's Seth MacFarlane, so it's a follow up to Ted, basically. His next live action.
Yeah.
How was it?
Not as good as the trailers would have you think.
Okay. The reviews I read were spotty. I think they were like, it's all right. Some good gags, but overall it's not great.
That's kind of my opinion too.
I wasn't chomping at the bit to see it.
Yeah.
But
I almost saw Godzilla instead, but
you
I wasn't
changed
sure.
it. No Gojira.
Yeah. I might maybe next week. I don't know.
We got to figure out what movie we're watching in the D box.
Maleficent? That's coming out.
Is that in the D box?
I don't know.
I'm not
I don't
watching
listen to
Maleficent. I'll
D-Box.
tell you that right now.
Why?
It's fucking bullshit. It's a terrible movie.
Why?
Because it's fucking Wicked, but Disney version.
It's not.
It's
Wicked.
literally exactly the plot of Wicked.
They're wickeding a different story.
Exactly. And I hate the fucking contrivance that is Wicked, so I'm gonna...
Why? Why would you
Because
hate
it's
that?
bullshit. Maleficent, no matter what happens in your life that makes you, like, not a good person, fucking, was like, in the case of Maleficent, kidnapping and stealing a 16-year-old girl and basically killing her is not good. She is innocent. Fucking Dorothy was innocent. For God's sakes, with Wicked...
Dorothy...
No.
Listen, the first thing Dorothy did was kill another witch.
Okay, accidentally. Not like she meant to do that. She
How's
fell.
the witch supposed to know that?
I
dropped
don't know.
a fucking-
Talk to her before you attempt to murder her with murderous flying monkeys?
She dropped a fucking house on her. Her sister. Listen, The Wizard of Oz is a failed story of avenging a sister's death
That is not
when
true.
the true killer raided her castle and murdered her at the behest of a weird wizard
Do you know
guy.
what the Wicked Witch could have done? It would have been like, hey, just so you know, things aren't the way they seem. Can I have those slippers back, please? Also, you just need to imagine yourself going home and you're good. Problem solved. Didn't need to murder her or anyone. But she chose to murder him because she's evil. And I don't give a fuck what story you contrive up before that. When you're an evil person, there's no fucking grayness to that character. Same with Maleficent.
I forgot. She stole the slippers too, Dorothy did.
She didn't know. She was told to take them.
Yeah.
When you show up in a foreign country and some nice person tells you a bunch of stuff and they're like, oh, hey, you're going to need these slippers. You're like, all right, sure. Or I can have them. They're mine and they're nobody else's. Okay. Dude, she is innocent. I'm sorry. It's all Glinda. Glinda's the bad person. She should have taken it out on her. But no, she had to pick on a fucking tiny girl who's like 14 and lost. She threatens to murder a dog, a puppy. What the fuck?
Who even knows if, like, dogs exist in Oz? Maybe some, like, crazy race.
That was some monster.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Also, water is a weakness? Come on.
Never rains in Oz.
Bullshit. That's a bad weakness to have. Hey, let me just get some coffee. Ah, I'm dying.
Maybe it doesn't rain in Oz. Maybe water doesn't exist there.
Oh, it's raining.
fucking
I better
knows?
not step foot outside.
It may not rain.
Also, wouldn't her clothes have protected her from most of that water? I don't get it. She melted. So, like, I'm just saying, like, it takes drops of water to kill her. Because she's wearing, like, a full clothing and a hat when she has
Well,
that.
she got right in the face.
Well, okay, but, like, your face melts, but, like, her whole body, too? I mean, come on.
She's not a human. She's a witch. They're made out of different stuff.
They're made out of different stuff, huh?
She's like magnesium.
Sodium. She just explodes.
Exactly.
No, I didn't. Come on. Wicked's bullshit. Maleficent's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
I've never even seen Wicked.
But you know
But
that the plot.
I do think Dorothy is an invader from a different world who comes in and just starts fucking up witches
Okay,
left
but
and
you
right.
have to give me this. She's an unwitting invader.
Who knows?
No, she's unwitting. But you can make the argument that she didn't take time to stop and ask questions.
She didn't.
She just did what she was told.
She dropped house on a witch,
You know who
stole
else
her
did
magic
what they told?
shoes.
Nazis. So I'm saying Dorothy's a Nazi.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All right.
Alright.
But a million ways.
Oh, yeah, it was... You know, there were parts of that are, like, super funny. What it does best is physical humor.
Okay.
Like, there are some amazing just parts that are slapstick and
I heard
hilarious.
Charlize Theron was pretty funny in it, too.
She was really good in
That's
it.
good. Good to hear.
Yeah. And actually, I was kind of expecting Seth MacFarlane to not be good at all, but he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
He was okay.
I'd forgotten that he wasn't in Ted at all.
No, he wasn't.
Just his voice. Yeah, fuck.
There are a lot of...
there's musical numbers. There's no way Seth MacFarlane doesn't sing in this movie.
I wish there were more. There's only like... he actually doesn't.
Really?
No.
No way. A guy like him not singing is blowing my mind because he always sings.
I don't think his... I'm pretty sure. No.
All right.
NPH is in it, and he's awesome. Of course.
He's a villain, as I heard.
Yes, he is.
Wife stealer.
Not wife. But
girl stealer. Sorry.
Girl stealer. He does have a bit of a music number in it, which is amazing.
I'm sure.
But there's a lot of...
what makes it not good?
Scatological humor or like that kind of stuff. That's just kind of gross out stuff. That's
literally like the line for me with Family Guy.
Yeah.
I love Family Guy, but goddamn, sometimes they just go on jokes. They're like, why? Why would you just be that mean and racist and gross? It's like the funny shit is like the hilarious slapstick stuff that you do, and like the part where Peter in an episode gets into an argument and they shoot him in the head, and he's dead for a minute. And then at the end of the episode, he shows up in a wheelchair, mentally challenged. And it's hilarious because he has, like, brain damage. And they're like, that's canon, I guess. But, funny shit like that. Like, that's the fun part, not the let's take a jab at Jewish people. Like, or let's talk about, like, pooping a lot. And it's like, all right.
And that's the thing. There's poop jokes in it that just aren't funny. I mean, there's, occasionally there's some stuff that's kind of funny. But... that's poop joke related, but most of it's not. And there are, too, like you said, just kind of weird racist jokes that are just not that funny.
That's what I heard.
And it's I didn't have as big a problem with it, usually, in Family Guy. Maybe it's just because it's a cartoon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some of those aren't funny either. But when it's in actually, like, live action, it somehow seems...
Worse?
More
real?
Like, it's way more real.
Yeah.
Like... it's just like, it's like, oh, okay. Now that I see that in live action, it's not nearly as funny.
Yeah.
Or even if it would be funny before, which it most of the time wouldn't.
Yeah.
And there's like there's one weird anachronistic joke that comes out of nowhere that just is like, it's just like out of nowhere and super weird.
Well, can you give it? Give me the joke.
Yeah. He's like, half the movie he's fucking talking about how horrible the West is.
Yep. Makes sense.
Which I agree with.
It's terrible.
I like that because, when everybody asks me if I want to time travel, I'm like, no, because everything in the past is horrible.
Well, I wouldn't want to travel to the West. I'll tell you that.
He's talking about somebody being a better shot than him because he's also a coward and he's like trying to, beg his way out of gunfight. And he says, has you seen that guy? I'm like, I look like I have Parkinson's compared to him. Which is, all right, whatever. And then she goes, what's that? And he goes, what is the exact line? It's, just another way God tells us he loves us or something like that. Which I kind of like, the atheist part of me kind of thinks that's funny because, I kind of feel that way as well. But the way it's actually in the show, it's just like... that is out of nowhere, makes no sense. And as far as I can tell, it's like the only really anachronistic joke. Like sometimes he says some stuff that seems kind of anachronistic. Like his whole character seems kind of to know more than the average Western guy, stuff like that. But that's kind of, it's kind of, you can hand wave a lot of that stuff away.
Yeah.
But when he like mentions Parkinson's, something that like
it's just like...
nobody could possibly ever know in that time period, and then throws it off with a joke like that, it's just... it sticks out like a sore thumb. And it's just like, maybe that would have been funny in a different context.
Well, it's also like it's not even that funny of a joke. Like
it's not really that funny of a joke.
It's like a cheap shot at like a fucking disease. Yeah.
It's like I've got this joke that I want to make about God loves us by giving us Parkinson's.
Well, it's like
how can I fucking shoehorn this in? Yeah. Well, it's just so clumsily done.
I mean, that's the shit I hate about that show is when he does lazy jokes like that, where it's like, I mean, it could be like a guy who's like, oh, I can't go in that preschool because they got AIDS, and I might get a cold that'll be bad because I don't have an immune system. Another way God shows that he loves us. Like, yeah, you can't
Yeah.
make that joke because, AIDS is a no-no. But apparently, Parkinson's have a field day with that disease.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
There's
Make
another one
real jokes.
Yeah.
This is like,
Another
it's like
one
bad stand-up jokes. Where they're trying to be
Right.
vulgar just to be vulgar.
Right.
And it's like, this isn't fun. It's only funny if it's vulgar unexpectedly, Like if you're doing something squeaky clean and then someone says something vulgar out of nowhere, it's hilarious because you're like, oh my god, that twisted my expectations of the scene. But
yeah.
And
I mean, that's not to say that a lot of the jokes aren't funny. That's not to say that a lot of jokes aren't funny. A lot of them are funny, but it's just like maybe it's like a 2/3 to 1/3 ratio.
Yeah.
Or like I laughed at like maybe half to 2/3 of the jokes, but the other third were just like weird and no, why?
Yeah, it's kind of how episodes of Family Guy go for me too sometimes.
I usually have a better success rate with Family Guy than this.
Yeah.
But there was one part that really stuck out to me that's just being like, really? That's a little past the line. When they're at this fair and...
yes, I read about this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It stood out.
They're doing like the shooting... Yeah, they're doing shooting targets and stuff like that, and like the name of the thing is like... They're shooting targets, and the targets are runaway slaves.
Yeah.
They're like polywog little figures going across as, targets.
Yeah.
And his character does say, it's like, well, that's little, like, couldn't it be like, rabbits or something like that? And it's another one of those things where I kind of get the joke that, everybody in the past is racist, but it's like, we already kind of know that. It's just not a good joke.
Yeah.
It's not that funny. So.
Yeah. That's just, like, why would you do it? Like,
I don't know.
It's not really a good joke.
It almost feels like they thought they went too far. So, like, at the very end of the movie, kind of almost post-credits, but not quite, they have, I don't know, I can't think of his name. The guy who played Django.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx. Well, we're back. Adam was ravaged by his internet connection.
Indeed.
The modem decided to explode on you.
It did.
As soon as it was a long period of time, I knew it wasn't a cord issue.
It was not. It was funny, too, because I actually had my finger on it, holding it in. And I was like, there's no fucking way that was me.
But it was. I knew it wasn't
me.
Because
it was my internet.
Yeah, it was not you. It was the gods that decided to mess up your DNS, I'm assuming?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or just... All right,
I
anyway.
just restarted the modem and it worked, so...
It usually is how it goes. All right, where were we?
They got...
we can take a clean break if we want, but... No, let's
They got Jimmy Fox to come in.
Yep.
And shoot all the targets. And shoot the guy who... Shoot the target guy. Yeah.
Nah, that's not... That doesn't make up for it.
I don't think so either. I think it was a half-hearted attempt to be like, we're not trying to be that racist.
You are, but Jamie Foxx is okay with it. I don't think he doesn't speak for all black people, so unfortunately for Jamie Foxx. I mean, if he did, that'd be a pretty sweet gig.
Yep.
Can I speak for all white people, Adam?
No. You could turn on your camera though, if you want.
It's on.
Really?
Oh, what the hell? All right. It's on. Don't worry. It says it's on, according to Skype.
Good.
Skype is now not responding.
Good.
So, maybe we'll restart again.
Awesome.
This is my fault now. I can hear you, though.
It's just
Skype is doing the not responding, and my camera hasn't turned on. So...
It's not showing a weird...
Hey! Oh, I just had to think for 8 hours to turn on the fucking Xbox camera.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad that happened. All right. Let's, All right, we're back from the break. Adam had some technical difficulties, and I had some technical difficulties just now.
Yeah.
Skype, huh? Maybe Google Hangouts was a better way to do this.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Anyway, but I'll just leave all that shit in. Whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit. This podcast is unedited. I don't even care.
A fucking hour of silence.
No, that will get edited out.
Okay.
The Adam disconnect, because I just started like looking at stuff on the internet.
Okay.
Anyway, but I do want to talk about Mad Men, but I want to wait a little bit because the season just ended. I want people to catch up.
Oh yeah.
Because I do want to go on a big spoiler discussion. So if you haven't watched Mad Men, keep in touch. It'll probably be the week after our E3 episode bonanza. So yeah, probably that weekend we'll do an episode. So we'll talk Mad Men because holy shit, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing
absolutely.
season and an amazing ending. But we'll get into that later. So that's it. What's your overall score? I guess if you're writing a review, we can look forward to that.
Yeah, you can look forward to that. I'll leave it at that for now.
I need to go see movies now so I can write movie reviews because writing video game reviews is a lot harder.
Yeah.
because a video game is not 2 hours.
Right.
A video
Takes
game
some time.
is a couple days worth of playing to get an opinion.
Or more.
Yeah, or more. I mean, in the case of the review I wrote for Rusty's, I mean, the game's not super huge, so
Right.
a couple, multi-hour sessions over a couple of weeks got me enough of that. All right, but we can move on to video games now, though, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Adam will have a review, but where are you leaning on Million Ways to Die?
Since we don't have half stars, it'll probably end up being
2?
3, I was going to say.
All right.
Because it really is. It's an okay movie.
Okay.
It's not a bad movie.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's okay.
Because
I would suggest
if people
watching it on DVD or something.
Yeah. Because people wonder how our rating system works. It is 1 is awful, 2 is bad, 3 is okay, 4 is good, and 5 is great. Pretty simple.
Yeah,
I think you can explain anything like that, if you need to.
Yeah.
All right, so video games.
Yeah.
It's a big week.
It is.
This is the week prior to E3. E3 press conferences and all the announcements will be happening Monday the 9th, starting at 9:30 a.m. Microsoft. So Adam and I will be. I don't know what we're going to be doing. We're going to watch it together, though, and we're going to talk about it and try and put up some episodes, probably specifically one after the press conference day is over so we can talk about all the announcements because that's when most of the big announcements happen. So we can have some. I'll bring my recording equipment down and we can get a good, quick take on all that. All right, but let's talk about, before we get to E3 news and stuff, let's talk about Watch Dogs came out. Adam, you had pre-ordered this game.
I did.
I think the Watch Dogs review scale is kind of leaning around 80s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
People like it.
Yeah.
People generally enjoy it, but think that it's not as much as it was hyped up to be.
I've played maybe 3 or 4 hours of it. And in that time, I've done hardly any story. It's one of those open world games where a bunch of side stuff opens up, and I generally like to do that kind of stuff first. I don't know why. So I actually haven't seen a lot of the story, and I can't comment too much on that. But overall, the gameplay is fun. I'm kind of spoiled a bit because I've listened to Giant Bomb talk about it.
Yeah.
And I kind of am in the same boat where this is something that doesn't do a whole lot amazingly new in the field of the open world RPG, at least that I've seen yet.
Yeah.
Or open world.
Pretty standard.
It seems pretty standard, but I will say the hacking, while not revolutionary, can be quite a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The activities they kind of put around it, I like the puzzly ones. It's not something you really see a whole lot in an open world game like that.
Yeah.
But I love kind of like going from camera to camera, trying to find the right thing and finding ways into places and stuff like that.
But so far, it's not been a completely unenjoyable experience.
No, I really like it actually. And the weird thing is,
I didn't pre-order the game because I don't know. I wasn't super hyped for it, and I guess I'm waiting for it to be on sale.
yeah, I can understand that. That's probably a good call.
Give me that for $40. I'll have it.
Yeah, it's totally worth $40. One thing that I think is kind of cool is that, as far as I've gotten so far, I have yet to fire a gun.
Okay.
I can. I bought guns. I've got guns. But I went to like infiltrate this one place, and I completely just used the hacking stuff to distract guards, murder guards with environment type stuff, sneak past them and hack stuff, and that felt really cool. So I guess my suggestion is, if you're into that kind of thing, I think that's a really cool, rewarding way to play the game. That I think so. And it's probably fun too if you're running and gunning.
Okay.
But I found a lot of enjoyment in like hiding and distracting people and making things blow up in their faces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because you get guns in every game, but there's lots of cool, because that it makes even like run and gun stuff puzzly, which I enjoy. So I will say that is one area where I think it is.
That seems
pretty
nice.
different from
I like
game.
that. Sounds cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm in on that. That sounds good. But overall, it's you haven't gotten too far.
I haven't gone too far in the story.
I think the Chicago setting is the selling point for me, because that's kind of unique in video games. Usually they're set in an LA or a New York, but to have
It does look beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It looks great on the PS4. On the computer, it doesn't run, but when it runs,
Yeah.
it looks good.
Yeah. And I will say Chicago's a good city, a beautiful city to put it in.
Oh, of course. Lots of big buildings. Lots of...
I haven't had a lot of luck driving in it.
No? You're bad at it?
I'm bad at it. And not quite as bad as
Grand Theft Auto 4?
Grand Theft Auto 4, which I could not do at all.
I love the driving in 4, but it's because
the worst.
It's because it's a little bit simmier than a lot of people were expecting.
It's an abomination.
There's a lot of weight and physics going on in that.
There's way too much. And there's a little bit, in my opinion, too much in Watch Dogs as well.
I love it. I'm looking forward to it.
But it's a fun game. And you get to do lots of cool stuff.
Do you get to hack the city? Why does he have a gravel voice, Adam? The fucking trailers had a gravel voice, and I was like, come on.
If you're
Really?
an anti-hero, you have to have a gravel voice.
It's my city.
Yeah.
I'll take it from all those who want it for evil.
Because he's basically Batman. That's why.
Yeah, he's Batman, but like without the costume. He wears a fucking hat and a bandana. Oh.
Well, the facial recognition can't see him that way.
Oh.
That's kind of cool too, because if you go in the cameras and you like look at your character,
yeah,
he's all kind of blurred up, and they can't bring up any information on you.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It
Yeah.
does it all by facial recognition.
I'm gravel voice. I'm not a gravel voice supporter.
I'm with you there, because it's weird too. Because I did do one story mission where you go see his family, his like sister and nephew, and it's kind of the same way. He's like, "Hey sis," and I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
He's not even like Batman where they talk about. No, he's just putting on a voice.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's
no. He
It's
just
his
sounds
voice.
like that.
Yeah, that's him.
All right,
So
it's good.
it was kind of funny too, actually, because she's always trying to get him out of the hacking, and like somebody's like giving her house crank calls, so they're kind of scary and stuff. And they get in an argument. It's like, I could totally like trace them down and take care of them, and she's like, "No, get out of the hacking game." He's like, "All right," and they get in an argument, and he gets thrown out. And like the first thing he does is find who's like making the crank calls and like chase them down. And she calls him back like we didn't know the mission. He's like, "It's like, hey, I'm sorry I got angry at you. Like, you can come back." He's like, I'm busy right now. And she's like, "You're fucking chasing that guy, aren't you?" And he's like, I don't know, connection's getting kind of spotty.
That's cool. That's cool.
It is pretty funny.
Do you have to have a Uplay account?
I don't know if you have to or not.
I know.
I do. So
I know people were having issues getting it to work on the computer. If your Uplay server wasn't working, so they couldn't play the game.
Yeah.
It was like, that's kind of bullshit.
I will say once or twice I got a message that it said like it couldn't connect to the server, but it did not affect my game in any way.
No, not in the consoles. It doesn't. No.
Yeah. I'm playing on the PS4 just for everybody who.
Yeah. That's where I'd play it too. I mean.
Yeah.
Hell, I need games for that system, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I just been playing World of Warcraft all week. Actually, I haven't really played any video games all week. I mean, I played maybe 2 hours of WoW.
Yeah.
Got exalted in the Tillers reputation.
Oh, cool.
It's a new thing in Pandaria. It's the farming. The farming mini games where you plant crops and do farming missions for people. I don't know. That was fun. I really liked that. That was a little neat diversion where you build up
thought
your farm.
I thought I heard that. Oh, aren't you getting like a free chopper sometime soon?
Oh yeah. So they had their Azeroth Chopper TV show, which I haven't watched because I really don't care about building motorcycles on the TV show. But they did that. They got a Horde one and an Alliance one. I think they're voting on the free amount that they're going to give to every player, which kind of sucks because I've been working on trying to get my motorcycle mount that you get as an engineer.
Yeah, you're working on that one since we've been playing.
I know. It's because the thing costs like 20,000 gold, so you get a lot now. Like
the
those
chopper.
Yeah, those farming missions every day give you a couple hundred. So
gold?
Yeah, dude, it's easy as fuck to earn gold, but everything's expensive now.
Oh my god. Uh-huh.
Plus, you can farm old instances. I can solo like fucking content from the Wrath of Lich King, so I can do raids there that drop. Every boss drops a bunch of gold. So
yeah.
It's much easier now. I just keep spending on like upgrading my character, not like putting anything away in savings. I literally have everything I need to build this thing except for the vendor items that you need. You need to buy like all these like parts to make a motorcycle that they sell at like this one vendor in the Northrend area. Yeah. And I've bought the 2 most expensive parts, but you have to buy like 8 pistons, and they're all like 1,000 gold a piece. But they're cheaper because of like my reputation and like guild skill. Because if you have a ranked enough guild, you get like bartering, which gives you a 10% discount on top of the 10% exalted discount that you get. So they're like they're 800 or something instead of.
Wow, economics are so interesting.
800 gold. I need 10 of them. I need 8,000.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, it's only 8 of them. Sorry. But I need a lot. I only got 2.5 saved up. I don't know, but I've been playing that a little bit. I'm still way into it. They've done a really good job of making it actually like want to playable now. Because before it was like you get to the highest level and then you kind of got to be in a guild to do everything, and now it's a lot easier to find random groups to do stuff. So
that's good.
Even though I'm in a guild and I do some stuff with the guild, they don't have to be there for me to do and earn higher level stuff. So that's kind of fun. Good job for them, because that really makes the game a lot more accessible for just a quick log on, sign up for a raid, be there for an hour, you're done. Rather than having to schedule with 25 other people. All right, that's my video games. You played some Watch Dogs. Anything else before I move on to E3?
Not really. I want to play Transistor, but I'm going to probably wait until I get tired of Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for a sale on that one. Just because I wasn't a huge fan of Bastion. I liked it, but I wasn't like chomping at the bit to play that and finish it. So
the gameplay looks way different.
It is, but you know, similar in style.
Yeah,
an action game.
Great. It's not though. It's not really an action game.
It is, from what I've heard.
No, it's more of a strategy game.
Kind of.
Because almost all of your moves are done in like some kind of weird quick time. Not quick time, but
good quick time. No, I know.
Not quick time. It's like bullet time.
Yeah, I know. You're planning out moves ahead of time and executing them, kind of like command codes. But I've heard it moves pretty fast, so it's very actiony still. But
I guess
it does sound unique. So at least it's got that. You know, it's not some other. It's different. All right, but E3's coming up. Got lots of topics here. All right, Adam. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to E3, huh? Yeah. Adam and I are going to watch it together. We'll probably send some stuff out, put something on the website after the conferences so we can have some discussion there, some breaking news.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the press conferences. Of course, it's going to start with Microsoft in the morning. What do you think Microsoft's got to do here? What are they going to do? What are we going to see?
It's kind of hard to tell because they've already done their big play before E3.
I think they did that specifically to get that out of the way before E3, because I think Microsoft had specifically said we want E3 to be about new games, not about dealing with hardware stuff, you know. So I don't think I expect anything to do with hardware. They'll just mention that the new console's on sale, available now, the version without the Kinect. We're abandoning the thing that we've been harping on you as necessary for the past 4 years.
Right.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not 4. Was it? It might have been 2010 when that Kinect was first announced. Actually,
I bet it's been pretty close to that. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. But what do they need to do? What do you think they're going to do? What
What do they need to do?
Yeah.
They need to offer.
Yeah, Kinect was 2010 November. So
They need to offer something that Sony doesn't have, which is what they gave up with the Kinect. Because right now,
well, they still have their television integration, and
yeah,
but the voice commands are gone if nobody has a Kinect, and that was the big deal.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people that talked about being a fan of the Kinect, one of their more liked features was the voice command ability, being able to just say Xbox on and it turns on.
I wonder, you may be able to do that with the headset.
Yeah, I think they were talking about that, but I mean that's a difference of walking into a room and saying Xbox on, or sitting down putting on a headset saying Xbox on.
Well, even then, you'll probably have to turn it on before it'll accept commands, I would think.
Oh, well, you don't have to do that when it's plugged in.
Right, with Kinect, but I bet you will probably.
Yeah, you're probably right, yeah.
Either way, I think now that they've gotten rid of the one thing that really differentiated them from Sony, right now they've got a similar console for a similar price that's maybe a little less powerful and is not the lead development platform. So they need to offer something, whether it be a good exclusive or something to really give you a reason to buy that instead of PlayStation 4.
Well, they do say that they have a big third-party exclusive game. This is what they've said, rumored, that people will be really excited about. You have any thoughts what that could be?
I hope it's a new IP.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Because I don't think people would be really excited and unexpected. Yeah. I'm sure they're bringing something back. I'm trying to think of what...
It makes sense because that's probably what they do need right now, and they've probably got a big coffer of dough to offer to somebody to make it exclusive, but I don't know. I think it'd almost have to be a new IP because otherwise I just don't see the benefit in somebody that already has an audience not going on every platform. I mean, you'd have to offer them a lot of dough.
Yeah.
So I think it'd probably be easier to do it with somebody who didn't already have a good following. But I don't know. It's they need something because right now it's just a worse PS4.
Yeah. So technically worse PS4.
Yeah. Maybe some kind of offering on their I don't know, some kind of video deal that they have maybe that would, or app deal that PlayStation won't get that people would really use a lot. I don't know.
I got it right here.
Yeah?
I think that they're lying with third party.
Yeah.
I'll bet. I think they're going to... I think Rare is going to be bringing something.
Another Banjo-Kazooie, perhaps?
I mean, maybe. Another Rare... I'm just trying to think of other Rare popular things. What they did that. They did the Donkey Kong game. They can't really do that.
No.
Oh, boy. You know what they did? I think they did Battletoads way back when. I could see that.
Are people really craving a new Battletoads?
Apparently. I didn't like the game, but maybe... I mean, were people really craving a Killer Instinct? I mean,
I think there's probably some people who were. Fighting game community.
I got it. No, I got it. Calling it right now. My prediction. Perfect Dark. Boom. Rebooting Perfect Dark.
That has been kind of like a big opening game for them on all consoles so far.
Yeah, that was an N64 game. It was a launch title for the 360. It was really awful. I have it. It's like really bad.
Yeah.
I believe EGM famously gave it a good score. It was one of the first games out, and I think it wasn't completely broken. So they're like, we got to give one of these a good score. Something's got to be worth playing. So
I don't know. All I got to say is if that's all they got in their back pocket, I'm a little worried.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're going to probably have a Forza game sequel.
Already?
They put one out every year now. They do.
Yeah.
Well, no, they've been doing Forza Horizon. They did in the off year, so they'll probably do another one of those.
Didn't they already? I think they already announced 5 Horizon, didn't they?
Maybe they did.
I don't know.
But they'll probably show that. There's no doubt about that. Rise. I think they'll probably do a sequel because I think that game did pretty decently. I do know that they announced that Halo will be having an anniversary edition that's coming out. that's gonna have
Yeah.
like I think they're doing a Halo collection that's gonna be 1, 2, and 3, and 4. It's gonna come out. The Master Chief collection, I think they said. I think that I'll bet that they'll do a Halo 2 Anniversary Edition as part of that, because I think that's the only Halo game in that collection that wasn't made for the 360. So they'll probably update textures on that, I can only assume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, if they're gonna put out the collection, they're gonna probably even will update the first one again.
Oh, you know what? Looking at the rumor mill.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything because I won't get specific because it doesn't get specific. But I bet, now this is totally true, that Rare isn't really a third-party developer. Rare is owned by Microsoft now. But the third-party developer that makes the most sense, now that I'm thinking about it and reading this, it makes sense, is Epic. The makers of Gears. And it sounds like, from what I'm hearing, is that they may have an Xbox One exclusive brand new IP. So that could be cool. And people are saying it looks amazing. Rumors saying. So maybe that's it. An Epic game. So
that could be.
Some shooter. A lot of brown, I'm going to assume. It's going to be very dark and gritty. But I don't know. That's cool. Good for them.
It could just be Gears 4. I mean.
Oh, I think I know what they're mentioning, too. And they said it's based on the Samaritan demo from 2012. If you saw that tech demo. Yeah. I think it was a guy flipping around, like, going invisible in a future world. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know anything about that, so that's going to be a surprise if it happens. Looking forward to that. I think that's it, though. Pretty much Fable Legends, I think they're going to show.
I'd like to see that because I like Fable 2.
I like Fable 1 and 2.
I haven't played 1.
I played it. I liked it.
I would like another good Fable game. It's been a while.
We know Quantum Break's going to be there. That's an exclusive game.
Okay.
Well, it's supposed to be out this year, so I'm sure they're going to show that. Some more about Sunset Overdrive.
That looks pretty cool.
It says it's going to be coming out this year, too, actually.
Yeah.
So they want to, it's kind of like a shooter, but with some of the Sonic Jet Set Radio, Ratchet and Clank platform grinding
a lot
around.
Of bright colors.
Yeah, I like that.
And
very unique.
Me too. I think that's probably actually one of the best that I've seen that they have as an exclusive.
And supposedly there's a Japanese game company from Platinum Games, makers of I forget.
Bayonetta?
Yeah, Bayonetta, Beautiful Joe. Supposedly they got a game coming out for Microsoft as well. So that's cool. It doesn't sound like it's going to be exclusive. So.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
And games with gold will be on the Xbox One. I'm going to definitely say that. They're going to talk about that.
Already? What games do they have on Xbox One to give out already?
I don't know. Probably.
I wouldn't think the library would be deep enough for that yet.
No, but they can. Oh, the aim is to do one retail game a month, one digital. I'm sure it'll be Forza Horizon. Or no, Forza, the one that came out, the one that was a packing game with a lot of the consoles.
Forza 5.
Yeah. And another thing I'm looking at, these are all quite speculation, but I guarantee you that they'll do Crackdown. There'll be a Crackdown. They'll talk about that, I bet.
You think?
I think so. That was kind of I think they have exclusivity on that.
I loved Crackdown.
So I don't know. Maybe it's looking like I need to get an Xbox One.
I never played Crackdown 2 because I heard it was really bad.
Yeah, I heard it was awful. So
I don't know. I'm not quite there yet.
You're not quite there?
No. I mean, if I get one, it's gonna have to have a Kinect.
Okay.
For me, why else? I don't know. There's not enough there, even with, I don't know. They have to put out some really interesting stuff for me to really,
all right,
to buy into the $500 version of the console.
Let's talk about Sony.
Okay. Do
you think Microsoft's got a shot to get back in the game here with this console generation? I think they do. Looking at some of these rumors and thinking about games like, the Rare studio they have, Crackdown possibly. They have a lot of games that are going to be pretty unique that I think they'll bring people, especially if they try and get some Halo thing out this year, even if it's just a reboot. I don't know. I'd play through the second Halo. I really like that game.
Well, I'd definitely say they're not out. It's just way too early.
Yeah,
In the
it is early.
And also, I mean, it's not like PS4. I think definitely has had the better shot so far, but they haven't. It's not like they've been pumping out amazing game after amazing game. It's still been kind of a desert
All right,
there too.
let's talk about Sony.
All right,
I got some thoughts.
they just need to keep pumping out games. They need more. They need a bigger library of good games.
And from what it sounds like, it's going to be a lot of games. I don't think they got any hardware things. We got. All right, so here's some thoughts. Here's some rumors.
Okay.
We'll see. An Uncharted sequel. I mean, that could happen. I mean, I feel it has to be happening. That's not even a question, because I know that people have been leaving Naughty Dog. There was all those people that had quit Naughty Dog that were high up in the chain, and a lot of people were speculating it's because they're making another Uncharted game, and these people want to do something new, not make a fourth Uncharted game. So that's probably what's coming out for sure.
I'm pretty sure they've all but announced that already.
Yeah, I mean, it's expected, and it'll be cool to see. Supposedly, there's going to be a trailer that looks great, so I hope to look forward to that. Media Molecule. I'm trying to think of Sony exclusive companies here. Media Molecule, who made the Little
Big Planet.
Little Big Planet. I wish I liked that game a lot more than I did.
Yeah, same here.
I loved the concept of that game, but the controls just didn't work. I mean, that game just doesn't platform well. That was my problem.
Yeah,
it didn't control well.
I had thought those guys were the ones that were making the Project Spark. Is that not the case?
No.
Is that
No.
somebody else? Okay.
Nope. All right.
Oh no, are they making the?
I don't think they've been announced to make anything. They made Tearaway for the Vita.
They made Tearaway. Okay, I thought they were making some kind of weird shooter. Now.
No.
That was.
You're talking about? Are you thinking about Harmonix making that music-based shooter?
I didn't think it was a music-based. I thought it was some kind of.
I don't know, but Media Molecule is. I definitely probably going to bring something to the table because that's one of their few third-party. Excuse me. Talking about Little Big Planet makes me sneeze. Little Big Planet was a big deal for them, so we'll see that. I think there's got to be some sort of Gran Turismo going to get announced or something. Maybe Drive Club. I don't know. Just thoughts.
Surely for Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 6 came out on PS3.
Gran Turismo 5 came out on PS3.
Was it 5?
Yep, 6 would be the next one.
Okay.
I think 6 will be good. I think they'll announce that. I mean, they're going to be working on that. Polyphony Digital pretty much just makes Gran Turismo
this year.
Fuck no, that'll be a fall 2015. But they got to announce it to get some hype.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I think definitely a rumor is there may be some God of War. One can only expect that from Sony. I mean, they've put out 3 so far, and they've all done really well. So one can only assume a 4th one will come out. Probably, again, I doubt that'll be for this year. It sounds like 2014 is not going to have a ton of big games, but...
No. I was really disappointed if Division got delayed. Division is no longer out for this fall. It's next spring or something.
Some people, I don't know if I agree with this, talking about a siphon filter reboot possibility.
I think that would be amazing.
I think it would be amazing, but I don't know. I think if the biggest thing they would do would be to say a game in the strain of Siphon Filter, but I mean, I don't think they're going to use the name. They couldn't. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe. Does it really hold a lot?
Game like that, I would.
Does it really hold a lot of cachet? I don't know.
It does.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think. Did they make any on PS? They didn't make any on PS3.
Yeah.
They made, I think, 1 on PS1 and 2 and 3. I think were on.
Yeah.
PS2.
Well, all right, we got. I know that this has been in hinting at a new Wipeout. A new Wipeout game.
I could care less.
I like Wipeout, but it's been a long time since there's been a really good one. I know there was a good.
They had a good PSP one every day.
Yeah, but I never had a PSP, so
Yeah, me either.
I'd forgotten about this game, Quantic Dream. What's those people? The fucking what are they? Beyond Two Souls.
Yep.
Those guys. They're definitely going to have a Sony game for sure. I don't know if there'll be a big thing. Maybe it will be shown, but they've got to be working on something for Sony.
It won't be out for a long time if that's the case.
I know Ready at Dawn had last year talked about The Order 1886.
Mm-hmm. That's not this year either.
I think that they were talking about hopefully getting it this year. We'll see.
I think I heard on Giant Bomb actually that they just gone to see that, and I think they were saying
definitely not going to be this year.
Pretty sure.
Too bad. A rumor is Ninja Theory has been working on a PS4 game. A Heavenly Sword, possibly. I'm gonna announce. I'm gonna. That's a prediction. Heavenly Sword's gonna get a sequel.
What else have they made?
They made Enslaved.
Oh.
That was a great game. I loved Enslaved.
Yeah.
But it's definitely gonna be a Heavenly Sword sequel because I'm reading about Ninja Theory, and supposedly they had a sequel they were working on and it got shelved. So apparently it was quite far along as well. So I can only assume they're going to reboot that on the new console. A thought.
Yeah, I never played the first one, so I'm not really sure how. I don't know.
Guerrilla Games, of course. Makers of Killzone. Other Sony exclusive games. They're talking about possibly. I mean, I could see that, but this is the rumor that's not going to be a shooter. They're going to be putting out a different genre game.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe
tactical?
Maybe not. I don't know. This rumor reading. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not.
Okay.
But I would expect Guerrilla Games to have a game, and my thought is they're going to put out a game that's not a Killzone game. They're breaking free Killzone because they already did Shadowfall. You know.
Yeah.
It's not time for that. Sucker Punch, another studio, Infamous makers. They probably, I don't know. They just put a game out, so I doubt they'd have much.
Right.
Sony Japan Studios. You're right. Project Beast is a Sony Japan game, not a...
Okay. Yeah.
So I definitely expect that. Spiritual successor to Demon Souls. Project Beast. The news that came out that the guy who had created Demon Souls and Dark Souls had left the company and moved to a Sony studio. And there have been some...
He's president of the company now, I think.
Who?
The guy who made Demon Souls and Dark Souls.
I don't think so.
The developer guy, I think. I'm pretty sure.
No.
They might be teaming up with Sony as publishers, but I think he's actually
pretty sure.
I saw that on Giant Bomb as well, which is where I get most of my news.
Project Beast is From Software.
Yeah, they're the developers.
Oh, for some reason I thought the guy left From Software.
No, he was not directing Demon Souls or Dark Souls 2. He did not direct it, but he was working on something else, which I'm guessing now is Project Beast.
Okay.
But I guess they're having Sony publish it, so I guess that's kind of a new direction.
Yeah.
There.
Well, I mean, using Sony as a publisher, so we can look forward to possibly that.
That seems weird because there's guns in it, and I don't know how the world of like Demon Souls, Dark Souls works with guns. I just don't know how that. Like, a fucking, zombie dude's just gonna come out of the corner with shotguns and blow me away in like half a second, or
they're probably going to talk a lot about PlayStation Now, I'm going to assume.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait too. So PlayStation Now is their kind of their Gaijin software tooled. I think that's.
Did you say Gaijin?
Gaijin Works. Yeah, I think is the name of the company.
Gaikai?
Oh, that's it. Damn it. Well,
Gaijin is a foreigner.
No, there is a Gaijin Works company though. What game do they make?
I don't know.
Gaikai, you're totally right.
Gaikai is the streaming service.
Gaijin Works makes video games. Class of Heroes. I think they bring over Japanese games. That's the name. All right.
I see.
But anyway, yes, the Gaikai streaming technology. So they want to be able to stream people PlayStation 3 games and below. So it's kind of like a subscription service.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. Oh my god.
So another thing for me to fucking subscribe to. God damn.
Well, if it's worth it, it's worth it,
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it'll be worth it if they don't bring in like PS1 and PS2 games.
So that's pretty much it for first party stuff, from Sony, I think. Oh, here's the question. The Sony Japan has apparently 2, maybe 3 titles. Project Beast, obviously. The rumor is that Last Guardian. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. It's been so long. I'm gonna say no.
It's not dead.
It's dead.
It's not dead.
I'm saying it's dead. That's my announcement.
Okay.
If it's alive, I'll be happy, but it's dead. And I'm gonna say if it's alive, it's gonna be not the same at all.
I think it's not dead.
I'm gonna say that weird fairy dog we saw 4 or 5 years ago, not gonna
more
be
than that.
Yeah, but we're not gonna see any of that again. It's gonna be completely different if it exists.
Do you realize how long ago that actually was? Because that was supposed to be like a new game for the PS3.
I know.
We saw trailers of that when PS2 was still around.
No. Really?
Yeah, really.
Fuck, dude. That game's not gonna look anything like it if it exists. So.
Well, it'll look better, I imagine.
No, I think it'll be.
I think it'll still be like an ICO.
I'm gonna say
Shadow of the Colossus.
I'm gonna say
game.
Last Guardian does not exist as we knew it. If it does exist, it's gonna be significantly different in scope and size and.
Well, I think. Well,
where it isn't really the game we saw.
I think it'll still be the game we saw. I think it'll just be better implemented, and they'll probably have a bigger scope on it.
We'll see.
I'm not sure it'll be there.
And of course, the other title is shrouded in secrecy, says this report. So we'll see. Maybe Japan will have another brand new spanking game.
I hope they show some more on the new Metal Gear. Actually.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know
It says Konami will probably be on stage, so I'm sure we'll see some of that. And of course, Evolution Studio with Drive Club, which is not dead. They said it's coming out this fall.
I'm not much for car games. So
I am. Okay. I love car games, and this one's supposedly special because if you got PlayStation Plus, you'll be able to get like a kind of a good free trial version with a bunch of, cars unlocked, so you don't need to start.
That'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's it. I don't know. So I think Sony just needs to continue doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
You think they're gonna? You think now that Xbox is down at their price range, you think they're gonna maybe like shave off $20 or something?
I don't think they're gonna drop the price because I think they've already gotten into the lead, and
I think so.
They don't really need to do anything to compete with a system that's the same price. So
yeah, I mean the fact that Xbox is cutting shit out of their. That shows that they're scared.
Oh, and we know that Sony's just bleeding money right now. Sony's having issues. I think the video games are doing okay, but the company as a whole isn't. So I doubt they'd be able to be like, can we sell these at more of a loss than we already are? Probably not. Maybe a bundle. I could see a bundle in the fall. Putting a Killzone that came out last year in a bundle.
Well, there'll almost certainly be new bundles for the holidays.
But I'm sure there'll be a $400 bundle that comes with the game or two, and maybe a PlayStation Plus subscription. I'm going to call that. But they might not announce that at E3. Another thing, before we move on to the Wii U and Nintendo, another thing is it sounds like Rockstar said that they definitely have a game they're showing off at E3. And rumor is, well, I've heard 2 rumors, one of which is they're definitely going to be probably bringing a game this year, so one could only assume it's that rumored Grand Theft Auto 5 retooling for the new consoles.
Yeah, that makes
probably
sense.
With all the DLC built in, all that shit.
I hope they announce something else, though.
And the other rumor I heard was they are definitely in development on a Red Dead Redemption game.
Yes! That's what I want to hear.
They're definitely working on a Red Dead game. I mean, Red Dead Redemption did so well. It blew everything away.
I'm surprised it took them this long.
Maybe they're doing... You know what? Maybe they're going to say, fuck Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption on the PS4 and the Xbox One.
On sale next week, Monday.
I will drop a fucking log in my pants and immediately pre-order that because I would definitely play through that game a second time. I fucking love that game. One of my favorite...
Well, I mean, they're...
Probably the game of the...
like the sequel to
Do you think that was the game of the generation? That was up in the contention. Favorite games of the Xbox. I can't think of much higher than that.
If we're talking absolute favorite. I mean, that's the one game that I definitely played all the way through and beat.
Xbox 360. Can I think of a game I enjoyed more? I don't think so. I loved it.
Yeah, I don't know if
I'm not thinking of every game. I don't have a list in front of me, but
yeah,
going
exactly.
from my
hard
gut,
to say.
Red Dead Redemption was just epic.
Well,
and I played it.
Okay.
I played a ton of that online too, and I loved that.
It may not be maybe Game of the Year material, but the one that I could say that I maybe enjoyed more was Saints Row the Third, because I got so much enjoyment out of that game. Saints Row 2 and Saints Row the Third.
Those were a lot of fun. Saints Row definitely deserves a mention. Okay. Wii U. Nintendo. What are they going to do? What can they do? Nintendo's at a real bad point right now.
I think they're going to announce a new console.
I think that they said that they definitely had a new console in the works.
Did they already? Okay.
I think they said that they were... I don't know if it's ready this year to announce. Maybe they'll just tease it. But they're not having a press conference. Because they haven't in the past years. They just do a online...
Last year was the first year, I think, that they skipped the press conference.
But we'll watch that too. They do an online video. It's not live. It's just here's a prepackaged hour-long. It's basically smarter than doing a conference, honestly, because it's not live. Although it loses some of the fun. It
loses some of the spectacle.
It's not live, but it's like, hey, here's a bunch of shit, and they announce new shit in it. So, you're gonna want to watch it if you want to know. So we'll watch it. We'll talk about it.
If they're smart, it will be a new console, and it will compete on a technological level with PS4 and Xbox One. It doesn't have to blow past them or anything like that, but it will at least be comparable.
I can tell you, and I can guarantee you that they are not doing that. There is no fucking way.
Then why even bother making a new console?
They're gonna double down on portable.
Well, that would be another probably good move for them.
The 3DS is getting kind of old. Not crazy. It's 3 years old.
Yeah. But here's the thing though. If they're gonna make a new console, the Wii U is barely like 3 years old.
Not even.
If that.
It's like 2 years old.
2 years old? 2 years old.
Yeah, it was the year before.
No, I think it's 3, right?
It was the year before the PS4.
I thought it was a couple, but
nope.
Anyway.
No.
Either way.
This is the problem. Nobody knows anything about the Wii U.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, though. If they're going to make a new console, nobody cares about the Wii U. If they're going to make a new console, why wouldn't they make it able to compete with the other ones?
Because I don't think that's what they look for. And I think they're too far.
Well, then they're fine with the Wii U. If they don't want to compete, then their Wii U's fine for what they want to do.
I think they're too far gone at this point to try and like, hey, we've got a competitor, get a Nintendo system. I think that, honestly, Nintendo needs to be Sega. And Nintendo needs to say, we need to put our games on other systems.
Yeah. If they're smart, they will either make a new console that competes, or they will say, we're focusing on mobile, and then we're fucking licensing all of our software on other people's consoles.
I mean, I think that they put, and I don't think I would like it, because I don't play games like that on my phone, but they put a virtual console out for the iOS. They're printing money. They're printing money. You put out...
But they're still posting losses.
No, what? Huh? Whoa. No. They put out a virtual console on the iOS that's going to basically just mint dollar bills for them. I mean, holy shit. You put out that... Here's my strategy. They put out virtual console for iOS with Super Mario Brothers free. It's just, the app's free to download. Comes with Super Mario Brothers free. Then, bam, Super Mario Brothers 2 is like $3. Super Mario Brothers 3 is like $3. People will buy the fuck out of that shit, even though those games will play like shit on their phone. People with that nostalgia, because people, and I don't know if we have enough time in this episode for the amount of shit we got to get through. But people, as proven by this Reading Rainbow Kickstarter, will do anything for nostalgia. And so
don't go there.
Oh, we will. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I think that would be that's their way forward. Is they need to license their shit out. I'm sorry. I mean, you can have a Nintendo platform, but fuck, man, you got to get Mario on PS4, 360, Xbox.
Yes,
I mean
yes.
boom, you'll make money.
That's
I'll buy them.
Money.
I just don't want to buy a Wii U, even though I really kind of want one. I can't.
No, you
I
don't.
do, but I can't. I
you
can't
don't.
justify buying it.
You don't want one. You don't really want a Wii U. You want what comes on Wii U's.
No, I want a Wii U for sure. I think it's a really fun thing with that gamepad. It looks really cool.
Blah, no.
Really? It looks awesome.
Yeah. No.
It looks like it's brilliant, but
no.
it is. It is brilliant.
No, it's not brilliant. But if it were brilliant, it'd be making some money.
No,
People would
they're
know
not
about
making
it.
money because there's no fucking games for it. There's like
there's plenty of Nintendo games.
There are not
Nintendo
many.
games.
There are 3 Nintendo games. One of is a remake of my favorite Zelda game. The other one's a Mario game. The other one's a new Mario Kart game. That's it.
They have Smash Brothers.
Not yet.
Did
you see the announcement about Smash Brothers?
I did.
That is awesome.
I don't know.
GameCube controller adapter. If they put
Well, yeah, that's good. That
is amazing. So you got your GameCube controllers collecting dust in the back of your fucking closet. Connect them to your Wii U. That's gonna be fun.
I think you can already do that though.
No, fuck no. They took.
You can do it with the Wii.
They not a Wii that you buy on store shelves now. They got rid of the GameCube backwards compatibility stealthily.
Really?
Yeah,
I
have one that has no GameCube backwards compatibility. Yeah, they ditched that without telling anyone. It was just their new Super Mario Brothers Wii U bundle had no, whereas the Super Mario Galaxy bundle still had it. There were the 2 bundles available, and one of them had the old console, and one of them had the new version. Kind of bullshit.
Yeah, definitely.
Pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I think that's what they need to do. I think that's all we got for video games. I don't know much else we can say. We kind of.
You haven't done any more Marioing, right?
No, fuck no. I don't. I need to figure out a way to edit videos. I've produced them, but I have no way of making them into a nicely edited with title cards file. Because I have a Windows computer, and the only way to do it on a Windows is to stab your fucking wallet in the goddamn gonads and dish out multiple hundreds of dollars, or use Windows Movie Maker, which is actually probably what I'm going to do, because it works, because it has the ability for me to add a musical track at the beginning and end of the video, as well as a title card, which is all I really need. Because I already have the audio mixed in, because I use a capturing service that Open Broadcaster software is spectacular.
Yeah.
Yep, OBS. It captures video and audio from an input device. So if you have a USB mic, you got a video input source, you got game audio mixed with your voice automatically.
Nice.
I know. All right, but we're ready.
Okay.
It's time.
It's time
for the theme music, which I can't play because Adam won't hear it, but it'll be in the game. It'll be right now. Solaris.
Yes.
My selection
Yes.
for the BWTCCT, the bi-weekly, the Criterion Collection Theater, is what we're calling it.
Yep.
Yep. Can we call it the BWTCCT WT? W2?
So it's like week
Yes.
2 or something? Or? Okay, I think it's a
Oh,
bit
no,
much.
I'm sorry. It's the BWTCCT BW2. This is the second bi-week.
Okay. I think we should maybe not put any extra.
TCCT 2E, second edition.
Okay.
Reloaded. All right.
Reloaded. All right.
So that's where we are. Solaris. So that's let me get the tail of the tape, the hot sheet for this one. 1972 film made in Soviet Russia by famed director Andrei Tarkovsky, based on the novel, a Polish novel by Stanislaw Lem, same name. Watching this movie, first note, wants me to read that book. Holy shit. That book. I've heard it's great, so I need to read that book. That's on my short list for reading. How was the movie? Adam, I want your thoughts.
The movie was pretty great.
I fucking love this movie.
I did too. I really did.
I knew it was going to be good because I've seen it on the list of like people's favorite top 100 movies.
Yeah.
Ingmar Bergman once said that his favorite director and the greatest director of all time was the director of this movie, Andrei Tarkovsky. Sorry. It's the only movie of his I've seen now. I guess I'll probably want to see some of the other ones then. If I've heard they're good. Because he has supposedly this style is his style. The movie has a lot of it. Extremely long takes. Metaphysical themes. Haunting, memorable images of beauty. Dreams, memory, childhood, running water, rain. Reflections, a lot of great shots in this movie of reflections.
Absolutely.
Holy crap. The movie's a slow burner. It's very long. It reminded me a lot of kind of 2001 A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, I
in
agree.
a lot of scenes where it's very slow, very quiet. I mean,
Yeah, one of the things that really I noticed right off the bat was this guy could teach a fucking master class on sound.
Oh my god, yes.
And silence.
Oh my god, it's just this. That's the same thing with 2001: A Space Odyssey. That scene, the docking scene, I believe, where it's just silent for a very extended period of time, is just haunting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was constantly like, it's noticeable right away that it's just so deathly quiet when people aren't talking, or there's no, ambient sound to be heard. It really gets a good. It really makes you feel like the isolation and loneliness
of space,
and even before space, even like his kind of walled off isolation. Of
in his little house.
His character, Chris Kelvin. Overall, I really love the movie.
Oh, I'm reading the Wikipedia here. It says Akira Kurosawa, who was visiting the studios at that point, expressed admiration for the space station set design.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
It is. It's great.
Like we've a lot of contrasting colors. I liked how it wasn't very dark. It was very bright and white, which is when you think about the way that future is depicted now, thanks to the iPod. Everything is bright white. The rooms are all, the hallways are white, and it's got those cool old school computer red walls. Lots of, I don't know, it was gorgeous looking, I think. The plot itself was actually really interesting. I mean, the movie is kind of got a thriller kind of pace to it, where it's kind of are given at the very start, they talk about, I guess we go through the plot.
Well, one of the things that I really like, I guess before we do that, is the fact that they set up really well this mystery about this Solaris planet and stuff like that.
I love it.
And then about halfway through, you've solved the first part of the mystery. And then the second part of the movie is dealing with all of the ethical, moral, the different kinds of ramifications of that discovery. I love the fact that halfway through the movie, you discover like the really mysterious part, and then like the whole rest of the movie is this focus on how do you deal with it.
What the
fuck
do we do with that
now? After you, because a lot of thrillers would like end with
oh, you figured out the secret.
Exactly.
But no, this is like we got to deal with what the secret implies.
Exactly. And I love that about this movie.
So, plot of this movie, the movie starts on a kind of a secluded farm ranch where this guy who's a psychologist, whose name is Chris Kelvin is going to be going up to space to the station on the planet Solaris. And the station on there has been having some problems. There's been some reports of, I don't know, people going bad. You see a film where one of these pilots who was there, there was apparently some issue where someone had perished in an accident, and the pilot went out to try and find them, and he saw some crazy shit. The movie does an awesome. It reminded me a lot of that moment in Contact at the very end of the movie, where the guy gives this incredible description of all this crazy shit, and I love that you don't see any of it. He's just describing this like 12-foot tall like child that he saw, and all this fantastical imagery, and like porcelain forests exploding, and like just lava. It sounded incredible, and you're just like, oh my god! Like it was like when you read a book and you hear a description of something fantastical, you're like, oh, I can only imagine what that looks like, and it really worked in that level for me. Getting you being like, all right, this sounds crazy. Like, are we gonna see some of this shit later? Like, holy cow! And of course, the guy's like, I recorded it, and his video footage that he recorded is just fog. You don't see it. So like it's hallucinations. Clearly, you were in space for too long. The radiation messed with your mind. But this is the reports coming from there, and the thought is, what are we going to do? We know that Solaris is some sort of planet that has some sort of capacity to. They are assuming it's some sort of alien entity in the planet that is messing with people's minds, and they don't know if it's worth it to keep trying to figure out what's going on, or if they need to just blow it all up. And so they're sending this guy up, the main character, Chris Kelvin, to assess the situation. He's going to come in as an outside observer and give his report. So he ends up going up to space. And I love it, too, because the first thing you see is like, what the fuck? Like, when he first lands, nobody's there to greet him. The place is disheveled, And you're like,
what has happened?
What is going on? And this was the part of the movie I'd read a little bit about, where it was like he goes to a space station where he's trying to figure out what is going on with the crew. Like what fucking crazy shit. Kind of like Event Horizon. Have you seen Event Horizon?
I expected but I expected that's what the entire movie.
Same
would
here.
be,
Same here.
So,
but it's not. So much more.
So much. I also want to mention real quick, like the guy that they show in the video. Is the younger version
of the same actor.
The guy. Yeah, and I want to say they do that, and they also do another thing I think with his Chris Kelvin's father. They show him both old and young, and I don't know what kind of makeup effects wizardry they use, but they do an amazing job of showing them at two different periods of life, where you can tell they're the same person, but it is incredible how good they look in both cases.
They really do.
Like, it's not obvious that like there's makeup either when they're old or young or anything like that.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if they were old made up to look young or young made up to look old. I mean,
I didn't know which version was the real version.
It was well done.
And in a movie that old, that's really impressive.
Yeah, great job with that. So he lands on the space station. Things are weird. There's supposed to be 3 people. Apparently, one of them's dead.
Yeah, instantly. Like, you found that out right off the bat.
I was like, okay, could have sent that report down to us, but whatever, So he's weirded out, and he meets one of the guys who's really off-putting and pushing him out of his room, and it seems weird, because you're like, what the fuck? Like, I'm here to talk to you guys. Why? He pushes him out of the room. As he pushes him out of the room, he sees something.
Yeah.
It looks like
just part of an ear.
Yeah, looks like a human form in the room as well. So who fuck knows what's going on there? Like, what?
Yeah.
Initially, my first thought was it's the dead body of the guy who's dead. No, apparently not, because you see that later in the film.
Right.
And so then he goes to talk to the guy in the... Oh, no, he goes back to his
So that guy was Snout, who's the cyberneticist. Then he goes to meet Sartorius, who is like the resident lab guy or scientist, researcher.
Yep, the main research guy, whose initial opinion, I think he said he wanted to radiate torch the place. He was pro that. The other guy who's
let me
dead.
Just say Sartorius is an asshole.
Oh yeah, he's a giant space dick
of epic proportions.
Yeah. Oh my god. So Yeah, and then he comes out and he's really kind of sketchy too.
Won't let him inside his
Of
lab.
course, and then he talks to him outside of it, and it's really weird. And then a small person
A little person
pops out of the room for a second, and he
tries to run away. It looks
shoves
like
him back in there. So who the hell knows what's going on at this point?
Yeah.
Our main character goes to I think it's Grierson's room. Oh, what was his name?
Jabarius or something like, or Jabarius.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
Mr. G-Man's
Mr.
room.
G.
Where he has a videotape message where it's very ominous, where he's like, you know, you're not going to believe what's going on here, but it's real, and I want you to know before anything happens that this is all real. You know, take it from me that
I'm not insane.
I'm not insane. You know me. We were friends. You know I'm not insane, but you're going to see some shit, and it's real.
Yeah. And this guy committed suicide, is what the other people
said.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's actually true, I don't think is ever.
I imagine it probably.
I don't think is ever addressed.
It's not, but I think it's pretty clear from.
It's clear he's
the
dead
video that,
because you see his body.
Well, even in the video, it's kind of clear that he's making a last video that he's.
That's true because he is
die,
expecting to die because he's like, if you see this, then you know I'm dead and all that kind of shit. So.
Yeah.
So the main hook of this movie, and what you find out immediately after all this, is our main character goes to sleep and wakes up to an interesting experience.
Yeah.
So apparently his wife is back. His dead wife is alive. Or at least he's hallucinating that she's alive.
Yeah.
Incredible. I don't know. I don't know. That whole scene was just really awkward and weird. And you're just like, who's this person? And they don't really explain it, but you saw a photo of her earlier. So I knew that she had some experience with him in the past. I had guessed at that being a wife or ex-wife, and I was right.
Yeah.
So they explain it later. But, you know, these people have been seeing hallucinations. He thought she was a hallucination. You know, but one that he could touch and feel, and it was weird. And he sees, you know, her as he last saw her, dead. She had killed herself after he had left her, which he regretted. He talks about, you know, he was like, it was foolish. I shouldn't have done that, and it was all bad. And he wanted to take it back. But he's freaked out by her, so he takes her away.
He kind of overreacts, in my opinion.
Yeah, he takes away this hallucination. But, you know, he's trying to get rid of this hallucination. So he's trying to be like, all right, if I can have this hallucination go away, then I'll be better. And if I can work through my own hallucination by myself, it'll help cure me, I guess. He sends her off to the old spaceship and launches her into space.
Yep, he launches her in a rocket
out of the space station to get her away.
And by the way, living through something that no one could possibly survive.
Yeah, he gets burned a little bit, but he probably would have died if he would have been for a rocket launch.
He would definitely have died if he was that close.
Yeah, but so he's burned a little bit. And the doctor, the radiobiologist, what's his name? Stank?
Sartorius.
No, the other guy. Snout.
The cyberneticist.
Yeah, the cyberneticist, yes. He helps him out. He, I guess, cleans his wounds and says, by the way, she's going to be back.
Yeah.
That did not get rid of it. I know from experience.
He really creepily goes to, did you try, the easy stuff first? Poisoning?
Yeah,
he lists, 10 different ways of murdering someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So clearly he's tried multiple things to get rid of his.
And what I really like that this movie does a lot is that there's a lot that isn't said and isn't shown to you that you can just think about. Like when he talks about that, all that stuff, and you're like, and then you're imagining what has happened to him. He went through these stages. He's probably murdered hundreds of these hallucinations in all these gross ways. Then probably the way he looks now has accepted his lot. As being keeper of one of these hallucinations.
But one of the great things that they do is throughout the entire movie, you never see, except for brief flashes, either Sartorius's or Snout's guest. That part of their lives is completely...
The only other guest you see is the late, what's his name's guest?
I don't think you do at all.
Oh, you do, yeah. It's the
Oh, right, on the video, yeah.
No, and the Bells. The Bells lady. The Jingle Bells lady that walks around.
Oh, is she the same one in the video?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was Hari or not at that point.
Well, she's kind of walking and haunting the halls, and you hear this kind of jingling bells thing that's kind of creepy, and you see this, blue-clad figure walk away, and then he follows her, and she walks into the freezer, in which what's-his-name's body is being kept. So I can only assume that she's there for him.
Right.
And, it's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, the other two you don't really ever see except for the quick flash, the little person, like the back of a head and an ear.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually how you never see that.
Yeah, the entire movie I was wondering like, are you going to see these guys? Are we going to see like what? I
know,
because his baggage is out there in the front the entire time. Chris's.
Yeah,
they're all dealing with her, but
and of course a movie made nowadays, that would be a big reveal.
Yeah.
I'm going to have epic, like, fucking Requiem for a Dream music as they reveal the machinations of these other two. Mm-hmm. They don't, because it's creepier for you not to know.
And the great part is, too, you also feel that where Chris's is kind of a mixed feeling because he regrets her death, but he also loves her.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that these are kind of like ghosts of their conscience.
Yes.
So you get kind of the feeling that maybe Snouts and Sartoriuses are not necessarily, they're not as overjoyed to see their guests. Like maybe something they've totally wronged in the past, and maybe they didn't have a good relationship ever. I mean, the literal ghost of your past haunting you could be a pretty mind-wrecking experience.
Well, and for Chris, the chance to reconnect with his dead wife is incredible.
Unique. Yeah.
A do-over, if you will. Even if they ended, he says, we ended badly.
Yeah,
it did not end well for us.
But it's also something that he looks forward to, where I get the feeling that Snouts and Sartoriuses are not something that they want to take a look at.
Someone they disliked.
Yeah.
Okay. So the main plot that you learn out at this point, because that hallucination comes back, the guest, as they're called in the movie.
I wouldn't even call them hallucinations because it seems like after that point that they're not actually hallucinations at all.
They're not hallucinations at all. No. Everyone sees them.
Yeah.
But so the guests that arrive.
And they're made out of matter. Like they're physical presences.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you learn that these are physical presences because when the second of his ex-wives shows up.
Yes.
She takes off her shawl and sets it, and it's exactly on top of the other shawl from the other person. So you're like, oh, that's real. That stuck around.
Yep.
Didn't disappear. Oh boy, these are real. And I thought it was a really cool moment when you saw both shawls, and you're like, oh fuck. And so it seems like what they say is don't go to sleep, and it seems like. Particularly, Snout is not going to sleep very much. Because he says when you sleep, they appear.
Yeah, exactly.
And he must be continually killing off his. Who knows what the story is? I'm sure it's in the book, not in the movie. But maybe it's just someone he keeps killing every day when he sleeps.
Like Solaris reads their dreams or their thoughts when they're asleep and creates it during the night.
And that's the plot.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The planet is trying to communicate with these humans by creating these guests to speak to them and to interact with the humans.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the way that Solaris communicates with people. It's an alien being. And I've read that the whole point of the book is how the human race could contact and connect with an alien race. And how that would work and how crazy that would be. Because, humans are one way. Aliens could be, this is the way they communicate, by creating visions and stuff. Who knows? I mean, it's not even aliens. It's an entity, in this planet. And it's crazy. And the movie's shot well. It's gorgeous. I guess I don't want to slog through the entire plot here, but needless to say, once you learn those things, the discussion becomes, are these people human? These are real people.
Opinions differ on that.
Opinions differ. Of course, the scientist is Sartorius is no, they're copies. They're not real.
Yeah,
they can't ever be human.
Illusions of real life.
Whereas, of course, the other two, and particularly Hari, the guest herself, is like, well, I feel, I have human emotions. I have thoughts and I can interact with everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's a part where she like literally breaks through a door to get to Chris and cuts herself.
Yeah, there's a little caveat there with these guests is that supposedly if they get too far away from the person that brought them in, at least at first, they go crazy. Because
not even almost crazy, but they have this desire because the I guess purpose is to communicate.
Yeah,
they have this innate desire to be with that person in order to.
Also, apparently they can't sleep. That's another thing she talked about.
I don't know if that's.
She said not at first.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of ambiguous.
No, because he I guess that's
she
true.
Said she felt like sleep felt like it was away from her, or like it was some other kind of.
Well, I don't think they can sleep because I remember particularly Snout comes in and says, "Oh, she's sleeping now. That's quick." Like.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
He specifically says, "Oh, yours is able to sleep already."
Wow.
So I think it's something that. So it seems like it's a facade of a memory that is made real by this entity that is slowly learning human traits, I guess, like sleeping, like, you know.
And she seems to gain more memory too as she
and independence
sticks
and
around.
gaining enough memory to really fuck herself up.
Yeah, absolutely.
At one point, she, I guess, tries to end it all.
Yeah.
She kills herself in a very gruesome way. Consuming liquid oxygen, and then coming back to life because, as we also find out, they are they can regenerate.
Yeah.
And apparently Sartorius is working on his guest. We find out is probably being continually autopsied for research.
Vivisectionist,
to find out the mysteries of life and regeneration. He's trying to figure.
Determined, I guess, that they're made out of neutrinos.
Yes.
And not normal matter.
Yes.
Which I'm not sure how well that actually plays out.
It's a science fiction.
Right.
I saw that too, and I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. But neutrinos, I guess, also another caveat of the situation is that they can't survive outside of Solaris's field because the field that it projects contains the neutrinos or whatever, and they'll evaporate or something, I guess, if they go away from it.
Yeah, supposedly they weren't initially there, but once the scientists began probing into the planet,
X-rays. They shot X-rays.
Yes. And so the thought is to bombard it with radiation to stop it from happening. And Snout wants to beam Kelvin's brain wave patterns into the planet, hopefully, as a way of communication.
Right.
Like,
to understand.
Please stop sending us these apparitions.
Yeah. Understand the pain that they're causing.
Yes. Let's see here. So yeah, that's really it, honestly. And I guess he gets kind of sick. There's a little bit of a fever dream.
Yep.
And it's Gabarian was the guy's name.
Gabarian. Yeah.
But anyway, so they broadcast his brainwaves. They don't really talk about ever doing that, which I thought was weird in the movie. They didn't have a scene where that happened.
Yeah, and they just kind of mentioned it later on. I was like, oh, by the way, that happened.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But whatever. That happened. They tell you what happened. You didn't see it happen, but it happened.
Well, they mentioned that the rate of them regenerating is slowing down. Or when they kill them, they take a longer time for them to come back, I think, at one point, after he sends the...
So he wakes up from his fever dream, in which he actually is talking to his mom and shit, and it's weird.
Yeah.
Again, it's a 70s, 60s movie.
Well, and part of the thing too was, I guess, Harry and his mom did not get along well, and that was one of the last times that he saw her. Was when they. His mother had insulted her or something like that, and she left. And
so it's possible this entity was even bleeding into his brain.
Yeah, maybe
bringing out things in his dreams as well as. But anyway, maybe that was part of the beaming the brainwaves down. But anyway, we learn that Hari has asked to be killed.
Yeah.
And that she can't come back, and so she just wants to be gone. And she's just, very painfully, having a hard time, I guess, dealing with the fact that she's not human, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so she wants to be killed, and you find out she was killed. And islands began forming on the planet's surface.
Yep.
Calvin debates whether or not to return to Earth or not. And everything fades to white.
Yep.
And you see Calvin back at his house, his father's house, where the movie began. Dog runs to him. He happily walks towards it. He sees something peculiar. He looks in the window, and it's really weird.
It's raining inside.
It is raining inside, and his father is sorting drenched books.
Mm-hmm.
And they embrace, and the camera pans out in a really cool way. I was wondering how they were going to do it.
Yeah.
Because they started this pan out, and it was a crane shot, and the crane shot turned to, like, I guess a helicopter shot, I can only assume, and then to a mini model, and it zooms all the way out through the atmosphere to show that they're on an island in the middle of the Solaris Ocean.
Yeah.
So it turns Calvin had decided to, I guess, embrace, you know, his past, you know, going down to just to live in his memories, I guess. To live in this world created by this entity.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool ending. I liked it.
I didn't quite get it. It was a little bit weird for me.
The ending of the ending shot they talk about is actually from a painting, a Rembrandt painting, where he kneels in front of his father. The Return of the Prodigal Son is the name of that painting.
I didn't catch that, so.
I didn't either, but I read a little bit about it. So actually, a lot of the shots and things have a lot to do with art.
I noticed there was a couple of parts where they're like staring at paintings and kind of envisioning different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of yeah. I don't know. He talked about the paintings being a lot of influence for some of the backgrounds and the villages and stuff. I don't know. It was beautiful though. What a great movie.
I do have a couple nitpicks.
Sure.
It is a great movie. I love this movie.
Salman Rushdie called it a sci-fi masterpiece. I would agree. Holy shit.
I would agree too.
One of those movies that if it's like you like sci-fi films, 2001, this movie Moon probably. I'm just trying to think of must-sees. I guess the Alien movies. But anyway.
Yeah, but he does long shots too, which are generally very good. But there are some weird spots that he lingers on. Like that Burton guy driving back home. Like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know what that was. I wonder if that was some sort of because that was shot in Japan. Yeah. On Japanese roads, I guess.
Okay. That made no sense to me at all. I was just like, why?
I wonder if that whole shot had really creepy noises going on during it. Yeah. It was very artsy.
I didn't get it.
I wonder.
Another thing that's really cool, I do like the way he uses black and white. He goes black and white sometimes. He has like a blue tint occasionally, sepia tones. Yep. And a lot of times they're used to great effect. Yep. Other times they seem really out of place for no reason. Like there are some times when he goes to black and white, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, that makes sense. And there's other times he does it, and I'm like, why there? Am I missing something? Am I supposed to be getting this change in mood or this change in perspective? And it seemed just random occasionally. But it kind of threw me off a bit in those places. I mean, those are small nitpicks. And overall, I think the movie is great. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. There were some times where I just felt like I didn't know what he was going for. But the plot is amazing. The plot is amazing, and the way he shoots his cinematography is amazing. And he really does an amazing job conveying. It's very Russian. It's very, it feels like a long winter. The entire movie does kind of. Mm-hmm. Very isolation filled and very. Even when they're together, it's kind of crazy. And one of my favorite scenes is Snout's birthday party, which is interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
And awkward.
And a weird birthday party.
a weird
He
director.
shows up wasted, an hour and a half late, and yeah.
And sparks a lot of the ending parts of the movie.
Yes, a lot of the debate on the humanity of people, and I don't know. It's just kind of one of those thinker movies that's really well shot and kind of gorgeous. And you think that came out of like Soviet Russia era in the 70s, you know, like.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing piece of work.
Mm-hmm.
Like after the end of that birthday party scene too, that abrupt, just cut to. It goes straight from like this weirdly kind of nice moment of them in zero G, him and Hari, straight to, well, now she's drinking liquid oxygen. Sometimes there's like just jarring cuts like that kind of lost me too. I don't know.
Well, you gonna watch the Steven Soderbergh directed version of Solaris that came out in 2002?
Wait. That's not the one that we watched.
No.
That was something else.
What?
What was the movie that we watched? Sunshine was what we watched.
Yeah, we watched Sunshine. No, Solaris was 2002. George Clooney starred in that.
Oh. I would watch that, although I doubt it can be anywhere near as good.
Well, the interesting critical response was very positive.
Really?
Yep. Steven Soderbergh talked about when he remade the movie, or he didn't. It was not a remake of the film, but he just wanted to adapt the novel in his own way.
Okay.
The film is very different.
It'd be interesting to see what his take on it is.
Stanislaw Lem, the writer of the book, was not a fan of the movie, although he said, well, he admitted that he hadn't seen the film. He criticized what he had heard. All right, buddy.
Was that from the 2002 one? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He liked the original one. He was involved with the original one. I think he had some problems with it because what writer doesn't?
Right.
I guess he worked with developing the screenplay, but he never really liked his version, even though he helped make it. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's not the novel. Lem went as far as to say Tarkovsky made Crime and Punishment rather than Solaris. Whatever.
Yeah.
Tarkovsky claimed that Lem did not appreciate cinema, and he expected the film to merely illustrate a novel without creating its own cinematic piece, which is totally true. You can't just, take a book and, write a script from that. You need to make a movie. And so that's cool. I'm really excited we watched this. I'm really happy it was really good. I was really worried at the start because it was pretty quiet. And
they didn't really sell me on the weird pond scene at the beginning. It took me. I was a little bit worried too at the beginning,
but it got there.
As soon as it got to the video of I was hooked. Then
we could watch the 1968 film if you want.
What 1968 film?
Of Solaris, of the version before the 1972 film.
If you want to pick that one, that is up to you, I guess.
It's probably not in the Criterion Collection because it was a Soviet Central Television movie from 1968.
Never gonna see that.
Running at 2.5 hours, a black and white television version of it. It was released on DVD in Russia in 2009, but I don't think we can get it here.
No, I don't. No? I don't want to get it.
No.
No.
I'm really. Let's see here. What is Tarkovsky influences when he talks? Tarkovsky said, I don't know. He really thought Japanese stuff was a huge part. He, I guess, was a huge Kurosawa fan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Huge Ingmar Bergman fan. I could see it. I mean, hell. Yeah. Those are the names that pop out. I mean, fuck, man. I like his directing style, and I do kind of want to see some more of these movies. And I'd never seen a Russian film before, and that was great.
Yeah,
I would watch it.
That's good.
That's it. I don't know.
Right.
That's it for that. I don't know. Do you have any other final? It's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
It did what it came out to do.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
That's it.
Do you want to know what our next bi-weekly pick is?
Nah, we're good. All right. What's up?
It was between two of them, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and say we're gonna watch Yojimbo.
All right. Yep.
I'm sticking with Kurosawa for a good while. I want to see as many of these as I can because I haven't seen very many of them.
All right. Well, I got my next one after that too, so we'll talk about that after we get yours.
Okay.
But
it was between Sanjuro and Yojimbo, but I think Yojimbo was done first, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Yep. Yojimbo. Well, I'm pretty sure Sanjuro is kind of a sequel.
Yeah. I knew one of them was a sequel to the other.
Yes. Yojimbo's the first one, and those of you who've seen Fistful of Dollars will know the plot.
Yep.
Because that was a remake.
Or The Last Stand.
Yes.
Bruce Willis. Same kind of thing.
Uh-huh. Yep, similar ideas. So I'm looking forward to it. I've never seen it. But I'm sure I'll love it.
Neither have I. Yep.
All right, well,
and that one also has Toshiro Mifune.
It does, like most of the movies.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I don't know if we have time for anything else.
I really wanted to get to those, too.
The fucking things and the rants?
Not necessarily the rants, but the...
We don't have time.
I know we don't.
We're pushing 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Fuck, man. This was an action-packed episode.
It was. I really wanted to get to the Reading Rainbow and Solar Roadways thing, but
yeah, I kind of wish we could have too. Fuck, I don't know.
Maybe we could do. I don't know. Maybe we could do.
We could do a supplemental
Saturday?
next weekend.
Okay.
I think we do next weekend.
All right.
I'll be able to record Saturday, so we can put something out before E3 and then something out at E3.
Cool.
Almost back to back.
Yeah.
But we have to, because we got to talk about those things.
We do.
I got to yell about the Reading Rainbow thing.
I got to yell at you for yelling at the Reading Rainbow thing.
Yeah. My opinion of that is nuanced, though. I'm not. I am both for and again.
Yeah, I bet.
I am. Fuck that shit.
Let's just end on that.
Fuck it. I wish I could have ranted about Facebook too.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's for another time.
All right.
I also want to say fuck you to the Microsoft Windows 8 microphone input because those who listen will notice my voice will get louder and quieter because I have automatic gain control turned off, yet it seems to continue be changing the volume of my microphone dynamically, which is bad because, you know, I have it set up and I don't move my head, so it should be all good.
There was one other thing that I need to get in real quick.
Okay.
One of our fans, Jacob, was kind enough to use the Contact Us form.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And leaves a comment.
Way to think of that with seconds left.
What do you mean seconds left?
Fine, let's go. This is the fucking War and Peace of Born in the... This is going to be the longest podcast we've done.
Our fans will love it.
I hope so.
But he says, just your massive fan checking in on the website like I was asked to from...
Oh, right, yeah.
133. Yep. Thought he'd test it and let us know what he was thinking.
Thank you.
And I'm glad he did because I don't think I ever tested it. It works.
All right.
Contact form works. So thank you for that, Jacob. He mentioned that he thought we may need to take a look at some of the order of the items on the left sidebar, which I think actually have mixed up a little bit since then.
Some website questions.
Yeah, some website stuff, which I won't bore you with. But he's happy that the website's here, that it's new, it's filled with writing, and it's home for Born in the 80s.
Yay!
He's looking forward to listening to more. So I just wanted to thank you, Jacob, for letting us know and contacting us and providing useful information. Anybody else wants to do that, please visit us at borninthE80s.net. And hit contact us, and you can send us a message, send us some werewolf news, send us whatever.
You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/borninthE80s podcast. You can just search it too. You can leave notes there, like us. It's always good. We got lots of shit. We got a comment. Adam's little brother is gonna stary listening to these again. He commented.
I think it's supposed to be start.
Yep. Spell checker, Ryan. Spell checker.
I don't know if we have a spell checker on the
built
website.
into Facebook. This was on Facebook.
Oh, it was on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I love our fans and I love you, but
little bro, come on.
Just with those little red lines underneath the words. All right.
You're alienating one of our few fans.
No, I know. He's been a great supporter, and I'm really happy to hear
Yeah,
this
totally.
weekend. So, anyway, that's it. We will catch you next week for maybe we'll do a quick episode.
Yeah, maybe.
And then we'll do another episode that'll come out probably Tuesday. Probably one on Sunday and one on Tuesday
Cool.
of the next week. So enjoy. We will see you next time. Adam is
But
disconnected
anyways,
again.
he shows up and shoots the targets
That's cool.
down.
Adam's.
What is going on?
Oh, did I disconnect?
Did I lose you?
Shit. Someone disconnected.
You there?
All right, well, we got
Fuck.
a little disconnect here. It's good. Glad. I'm sure Adam disconnected because my internet's just fine. Adam, you piece of shit. Oh, well. That's good. This is all good. It's all good. I guess we'll put a break in here. Come back from the break. Yay. Hey, Adam, your shitty internet.
It was my shitty internet.
You fucking asshole.
What? My modem restarted.
Oh, your modem just decided to fuck up?
It did.
Holy shit, though. Did you stop recording?
No.
Excellent. So we'll just catch up.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can take a break there, I guess. I want to resync then,
Okay.
so I can cut the episode there and just put break music in. Let me get your
Sure.
Skype call up to the top here. All right. So we'll count up again. Ready?
Okay. Yep.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9.
10.
Okay. Oh my god. Fuck that shit.
That went forever.
We gotta count down.
Okay.
All right, ready? All right. 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2.
1.
I counted down that time.
Yeah, I noticed.
That's it.
Alright, I'm gonna stop recording.
You stop recording?
Yeah.